Hey everybody, Connie Willis here of Coast to Coast AM. This is Connie Willis Live. This guy over here, though it might look like that way to you guys, I'm not sure. That is James Peniston. We call him Jim Daddy. That's why you see his name at the bottom. He is a blue rocker and a cadet. Those are my shows that I do. And he's been to a creepy hot spot. So he's been on the expedition with us as well. So he is big into my stuff. And I appreciate it because he's one of the people, you all know him from the Rendlesham incident, the UFO incident back in 1980. He had his hands all over a UFO. He doesn't like men. He doesn't like women. He likes UFOs, and he had his hands all over it. I don't know where that came from. I just thought it might be funny, but it's okay. It was okay joke. I caught your attention. Anyway, he did have his hands all over a freaking UFO, you guys. And then there was an area that was embossed, and he got downloaded. And now it's the Peniston code, and he's been famous for it ever since. And he actually didn't see anything for 45 years until he went on a creepy hotspot. And then he had stuff happen there. So all those years, people have been trying to take you somewhere so that you'll have another experience. And you didn't have one until you were with me.
That's right. That's correct.
That's
Can
pretty
you hear
cool.
me? You can hear me, right?
I can.
Okay, great. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I thought it was. I actually I was apprehensive about it, but I says, I'll watch Connie have contact. That was going to be my fun stuff. See how you reacted and all that stuff. But it didn't turn out that way. So
Well, you and
did not.
we decided to get together and do some stuff together because we both are unhappy with these other people that have hundreds and thousands of and millions of viewers, and they're following these people that have never seen anything, have never experienced anything. I don't know where they come up with some of their ideas and their stories and their facts, but they embellish upon either other people's stories or they create something
Yeah.
themselves, right? And then they just blow it out of proportion. And I think the reason why people start following it is because it makes sense to them. It's a story. They connect the dots to things that they've heard. And so all of a sudden it's a story. And I think humans are used to hearing a beginning, a middle, and an end. And
Hmm.
we're taught that in first grade, right? In kindergarten. We're taught that before that with these books that our parents read to us or whatever, right? So I think that's why people listen to them and follow them when they're way off. Because, I mean, what do you think? To me, the experiencer, we've seen stuff, but we can't connect the dots because once you've seen these things, there's no way to connect the dots because it's not human dots. These are things we don't even do or think about doing this. We don't even have any of these intentions and have no idea why.
Yeah, I think you're right about that, Connie. I think here's the problem. The problem is we have the 21st century mind. Okay, that's what it is, and it's the beginning, the end, or the middle and the end. Just like you said, they want a story. I think they're based on a lot of them are based on factual stories. It's just that they can't resist to put the beginning, the middle, and the end in there. And the truth of it is, there is no answers.
I know it.
I mean,
There's no
that's
answer.
it. And I don't think that would sell a movie. I don't think that would sell a TV show or a hearing or a
I know, right?
disclosure or any of that.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
guess it's got to be fantastical, right? It's got to be fake. It's got to be fake. It's got to be extreme, but it already is extreme. I mean,
Hmm. Hmm.
when I did regressions with David Jacobs, man, the stuff I saw in the regression, you can't make that
Yeah.
stuff up. You can't think about that stuff in your head. You can't create that in your head. You're looking at something that is alien 100% totally. So you're in a ship and something's happening to you or you're watching others. You can't create that stuff. Now you had
Yeah.
one bout of missing time. You had 45 minutes missing at Rendlesham?
According to the watch in the control center and everything, it was 45 minutes. To me, I never I didn't lose no time at all, you know?
Yeah,
It never
that's
felt
true.
like that. It was
That's true.
I was
Yeah.
just yeah, I was just working, you know, and
You
it
don't
was like
know.
it was going
Yeah,
fast too.
you don't know.
Yeah, and then I says, "Oh, well, that, I lost, you know, a little bit of reality there. What's going on?" You
I don't even
know?
know if you thought that yet.
No, that didn't come for you.
Oh,
No,
wow.
I think, my initial feeling on that, the 45 minutes, you know, I looked at those clocks, and we got, like, 6 of them up at that control center in all the different time zones around the world and all that stuff. And I'm looking at them, and I look at my watch, I go, "You know, they all can't be 45 minutes off." I'm thinking I'm right. They all can be 40 that's what I was thinking, you know?
I've done
And I
that.
says, "No, that's impossible," you know? Then I said, "Uh-oh." There was some type of, maybe it was the electrical field, I said. I was running that through my head, you know, because I had static, I could feel static. And I'm gonna tell you what, I talked to, uh, I'm gonna bring this up because I just thought it was brilliant. I always have problems describing the initial getting up to the sphere of influence or the bubble, or as you call it. But I was talking to Monroe Nevels, who, staff sergeant he was at the time. He, disaster preparedness. He investigated the morning of the landing site. He per the base commander and all that. And anyway, I was talking to him, and uh, I said, "So, you know, when you went back out there," I said, "do you have any physical effect, you know, when you're out there, you know, at the landing site?" And he goes, "Oh, yeah." He goes, "You know, yeah." He says, "A feeling of electricity." He says, "Static electricity." He says,
Hmm.
I said, "Well, how did it feel though?" And he goes, "You know, Jim, it's like if you're under two big electrical power towers." And they're running like, you know, half a million volts through it. He says, "That's the feeling underneath it. That's what I felt there at the landing site." And I went, "Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, that's the feeling."
Mm.
I says, "Yeah." I said, and I only had that conversation with Monroe last week. So,
After
uh,
that long, okay.
yeah,
Wow.
here we are almost 46 years later, and, you know,
Yeah.
and we're still hammering out little things like that, you know?
You know, I've never had that electrical feeling. I've read that before. I've heard that from some people that have done out of body experiences
Mhm.
where they feel that electrical feeling, and some people will hear the snaps and the cracks and that kind of thing, like when they're going out of body. So I've heard it that way. I've never really heard it too much with the UFO thing. A lot of people I remember recognizing with Bigfoot or even alien stuff, like they'd be in the woods and they'd be around where all the electrical stuff is, right? And it's usually all the
Right.
trees have been cut down so that all the electrical stuff can go up, right? And there's usually,
Yeah.
you know, a pathway up there. So people will go that way when they're looking, a lot of times because they think that they're getting the energy from us. I don't know one way or the other, but I can't imagine. Maybe they're just playing with it like we put a tongue on our 9-volt batteries just for the fun of it. Maybe they do something like that just to go,
Well, who
"Let's see what
knows?
kind of power they have," you know? But
But, you know,
I've never heard the electric thing
but
otherwise.
yeah, but the electric thing, as you call it, that happened before this, you know, the bubble, the sphere of influence. That happened. That was like, I'm out in still real world stuff, you know? It's still real
Okay.
world,
So
and,
where are you getting the electrical stuff? When
uh
though? What part of it?
oh, it's prior to going into the forest, which, once I got in the
Oh,
forest, yeah, and all of a sudden that dissipated right away, and
huh.
then there was the effect of the bubble, you know? Yeah, it was, So, but that was totally different. Once inside that bubble, that sphere of influence, or whatever you want to call it, uh, there was the absence of sound, the absence of uh,
Everything, temperature,
yeah,
feeling,
oh yeah,
you're you're not
it was
tired, don't
I
hurt.
wasn't cold no more
Yeah,
from being out. I wasn't because it was cold that night.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
32 degrees.
No
Wasn't
temperature, no
cold.
feeling.
No, 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 nope.
You know what?
And
I used to think this when you're in the bubble, when you're in the sphere of
let's call it
in
bubble, okay?
influence.
Let's just
So
call it
he
that.
writes it in his book, you guys, as sphere of influence, okay, right? Influence, right?
That's what.
Because
Yeah.
I wanna say confusion or something like that, but that's what he calls I just call it the bubble because they put you in their atmosphere, and it's
Yeah,
either 1 of you or 2 of you or 18 of you or 2,000 of you or, the whole globe. I think they can do any of that. I think you agree with that, that you think that
I
they can do
do.
that,
I do agree.
and I do think that. So I had
And
something
it even goes
really
a step farther,
nifty to
Connie.
say.
It goes a
Yeah.
step farther. Let's say there was 3 of us and we all went in there. You know, uh, one of us might remember the incident
Well
of
well,
being
this
in there.
well, this is what
The other 2, nothing, it's
that's
like we
true. That's
yeah,
true. But this was my thought about that. Okay, so
okay.
you and I, we say this, we say, "Okay, I don't feel temperature anymore. I don't my joints don't hurt. I feel good.
Mhm,
I'm not cold. I'm not hot. I'm not tired. I should be tired. Why am I?" But I'm conscious, right? Because you're recognizing these things. So you're conscious enough, but you can't move. You're done. You're done. You're zombied out, as Jacobs would call it. He said, you know how they talk about if you're into the alien stuff, they're doing these movies so that you'll be prepared for the aliens and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah. And of course, I think, um, um, I think that Planet of the Apes is also preparing people for what's going to happen one day. No one ever recognizes that. It's like, are you kidding me? These things are highly advanced and they are everywhere. And one day they're going to, that's the one you may just see. That's the one you may just see that nobody's ready for. Um, but what Jacobs had said was the zombie movies reminds him of what's going on in the abduction world. I'm like, well, why would that be? He's like, because when you see a zombie, they're like that. He said, when we do regressions, that's how you all are. You're turned off. You're turned off. So maybe we're already turned off inside the bubble. And that's why we don't feel this or don't feel that. We're conscious and maybe even only conscious when they regress us.
yeah.
But that's what I'm thinking. I just thought that more recently. I thought, maybe it's not that their atmosphere doesn't have any sound or and it doesn't have any temperature and we feel good in it. It's probably because we're turned off because they can turn you off and on. So it may just be that, right? That makes even more sense real quick.
It does make more sense. It does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because all of a sudden there's nothing. You don't hear anything. You don't see anything, whatever.
yeah.
And that's something.
I know,
I think that's the reason. I think that's the answer, actually.
well,
So further notice.
it sounds pretty reasonable, that?
I know it.
After
Yeah.
after experiences, that sounds like a reasonable answer. It
Yeah.
does.
Anybody else that has been taken before, tell us what you think about that because
Mhm.
because that I think that nails it for, why do I feel like this? Why? Oh, I'm just turned off. They're deciding if I'm sitting up or sitting down or doing this or doing that. It's nuts, but you know what? Hey, we know enough, I think, and somebody probably knows there's a pill you can take that can do the same thing. I bet there's bound to be because we have pills now that make you
Yeah.
not hungry, that make you not want to do this. And if you ask a real doctor, okay, what's this diet pill doing to me? Well, it's turning off your hunger. You're not hungry anymore. It's basically turning off a little button that makes you hungry. That's really it. So they must be doing that with other stuff too. They're turning this off and that off and everything so you don't do certain things, right? So,
Right, and I tell you what was, also noticeable for me, more than once now, uh, is, once, yeah, I let was out of that bubble, away from it, away from the craft. I was I mean, this is pretty this is like 1, 2 in the morning, I've been up, all day, all that. And I was tired that night, but when I came out of that, I was energized. I was
Yeah,
ready
you
to
felt
go,
great.
Yeah, matter of fact, I think I ran after the patrolman that was with me. I think I tried to catch him, but I think it was a half a mile or something,
And you caught him.
I did catch him. Yes, it was, not bad.
"Jim, is that you running? I'm going 65 miles per hour right now. I was trying to leave you behind. What's going on? You're running right next to me."
Yeah. Yeah, so, that's another effect that's, incredible, and we've talked about that extensively, Connie, especially after Project Creepy Hotspot, that
Yeah,
yeah, so
yeah. We got a couple questions before we go to that if
oh,
you'd like.
great, great, great.
Yeah, yeah, I know. He and I love questions, and we know where
Yes.
you wanna go and what you wanna talk about, so, um, they were talking about your energy, it's a strange energy for sure, AI Jane, when we were talking about energy. So David, if I say it wrong, I just can't see y'all. I do have eye problems actually now in my life. It's awful. David Friedline, I think, 7525. They really do have a time travel, like a 20 and back, and they put you back and no one knew you were gone. They can take your soul, put into your clone. True. A guy said we have a hey, absolutely right. I absolutely believe that. Um, I don't know that people actually travel in time and make changes or anything like these movies. I don't know if that's the case or
I
not. We'll
don't
ask Jim that. But when you can be away for hours or what seems like days if you're an experiencer, and then you come back and it's only been 1 minute or 45 minutes or 2 minutes, I guess that's considered time travel, right, Jim? In fact, the one I just remember always from your case a long time ago, people said, it's all about time travel and time travelers came back to give us a message. That's what I've heard about yours. What do you think of that?
well, I think time travel is a term for Hollywood.
Yeah,
That's what I
I
think.
think you're
Okay?
right.
And I think that's where people like H.G. Wells and all that stuff, that's where they got their concept of time travel. But
It is
what it
true
really
though, right? I mean,
well
people are traveling in time at that point, so
I
it
think
is true.
I think it's actually
I can see
interdimensional
that.
travel. That's
Mhm,
what I think
mhm.
it is. I just, 'cause, might
Little
not be
crab
able to
movement.
see them. Like right now, normally you might not be able to maybe it's a different dimension they're in, I don't know. Uh, but,
Hmm.
with the Rendlesham, case, so, like, we only discovered in 2019 that we didn't have the capability of, deciphering the code and all that stuff, to the depth of AI and all that other stuff until 2019, but everything in there was happened and was recorded in 1980. Just like yeah, it was incredible. Uh, I'd like to go back just a little bit. I know we're answering this question, but when you talk about that regression part, one of the things in the regression is I talked about uh, I could hear in the background. That's what I could hear when I was like at the being interviewed or interrogated or whatever you want to call it. And that's
You mean
by
afterwards by Air Force
afterwards.
officials, or some sort of
By the NSA and the
ah,
DoD. Yeah,
what
yeah.
what do they wanna know?
I
Why
don't
do
know.
they
They
care?
were pretty
What do they
curious
wanna
about.
what were their questions?
Yeah, they were pretty interested in it.
Hmm.
But the one of the interesting things I was hearing, I said, "Oh, I can hear they're talking and they're talking about something like DS8 or something like that." Well, it turns out that was a secret. It was top secret then or something with the Brits. Okay, I don't know if they have top secret. It was classified. And 9 years later, when they released after the incident, I think it was '89, they released the information on it, and they acknowledged there was a unit called DS8, which investigated this UFO phenomenon. But it took 9 years for that to come out. So so is that time travel?
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, it's kinda like you said, with Contact. Okay, so time traveler, if you're doing any kind of that, yeah, okay, it's time traveling, I guess it is time traveling where you were gone and then, or I was gone or somebody else we know was gone, but then they come back. Travis
Right.
gone 5 days and comes back, right? That's the only strange thing with Travis is he's the only person that I know of ever been taken that's come back days later instead of minutes later.
Well, that is so what's interesting is like, okay, that 45 minutes I'll go with me, but I know you have your own, uh,
Yeah,
thoughts on this.
yeah.
Uh, that
I guess. I don't know. What do
but
you
well, they could, for that short period of time, the when you leave and you come back, when you're in that bubble, um, it could be 4 weeks had gone by, it could be 5
Year.
years, I don't
Yes.
know,
Yeah.
but all of a sudden to
In our
you, it's
world,
just yeah, it's different. In our
yeah.
world,
In our
a matter of
reality, it's different.
it
Yeah.
might be a matter of minutes, or it might be so fast they put you to a place where they took you from.
Yeah.
Boom, just
Yeah.
that, and all of a sudden, you have no concept of what happened.
That's right.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That's right.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And I tell you, I'd love to have more questions or comments even from the listeners on that one,
Yeah.
because
Are you done
that just
answering that one? I
oh,
think I
yeah.
was, but it's okay. All right. Okay, shut up
Sorry,
then, okay?
sorry.
Shut up over there, man. It's it's 2 people that turn into Muppets all of a sudden. That's what we need. We need some sort of, like, face, or, like, something talking to it. Well, I guess that's you. Here, let me put my arm in the back of you and look like I'm moving it. Okay, let's ask another question here.
Mhm.
La, 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 la. Talking about the quantum. What do you know about the quantum?
Well, like with quantum physics or what are they
I don't know anything quantum. Do you know anything about it?
well, computers, they have quantum computers, they have, you know,
What is it?
quantum theories,
Yeah, what is it? It's a different.
like the string theory and stuff like that, that's
I'm
but,
asking you, don't ask me a question with another question.
oh, no, no, that's my
I
thoughts on it.
can't figure it out.
You just got the total amount of information I know about
Oh,
it,
okay,
okay?
that's about
That's
what
it.
I okay, I'm skipping it.
Okay.
Everybody wants to go quantum, but
It's gotta be a better, more
yeah,
definitive question than
exactly.
that.
Well, I don't know
For
if the
me, it
question's
does.
wrong. Okay, okay.
No, for me, it does. I just don't get it, okay?
So for the most part, you guys, we just wanna have fun on here, and when we bring people in too, it's not gonna be an interview. It's gonna be we just all talk kinda thing, that's all.
Yeah.
Star Trek had let's see, this is from David again. Star Trek had and more. I think he was referring to something else. We have technology that's hundreds or thousands years advanced. Do you think we do? I definitely know that we have things that we haven't told ourselves about here, but that's going back to human stuff again, though. That's just going
Well,
back to human stuff.
let's
Are we talking alien and
well, if it just go back 126 years. Look at how it was 126 years ago with technology and now. I mean, that we didn't even have air flight then, powered air flight. We didn't have a lot of things going on. We were still using horses for the most part.
it stayed steady for a long, long time where there were like no changes in the
That's
world.
right.
Then all of a sudden, boom, it's blown up.
And now
And now every day, every hour,
it's these things, right?
and AI
Uh,
gets better every hour. It was every month, then it was every week, then it's every day. It's just constantly every hour. It's changing. It's
yeah, so that's just
crazy.
126 years. Oh man, what would a millennium be? Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
don't
That's a good
know.
question, though. I mean,
Walter,
yeah.
Walking Wall says, "Why would UFOs have lights on their craft if they indeed are so far advanced technically. I
They
got an answer
appear
for that one.
Oh, go
What's
ahead.
yours? Oh, go ahead.
No, they appear as lights. Okay, that's a 21st century human mind, okay?
Oh,
The
interesting. They
technology might be something totally different. Maybe it's what powers it. Maybe it's what, let it go through the air without having air disturbance and no, sonic booms and stuff like that. Maybe it's part of the technology of the craft itself. Maybe it's just like with the craft that I encountered that had beams of light coming from it. That was what was holding it up and left indentions in the ground. That wasn't light. It looked like light to me. So to the observer, just because you think you see lights, it might not be light like a light bulb type of thing, you know?
Yeah. They you said exactly what I say. I'm always like, "Nope, you're thinking like a human. You're thinking like a human. Stop." Because
Yeah,
that's not human technology. That has nothing to do with human technology. Maybe we
absolutely.
might end up getting some of that stuff at one point because they give it to us or whatever. I think a lot more information comes out of abductees' minds from what they've seen than, maybe even from regressions. I don't know, maybe that too. I don't know how all that happens, but I do think we have some stuff that's pretty cool, but it's nothing like what these things have. I think the lights are like what you said. I think it's their technology. Maybe it's because I know when the beams of light, when I saw the beams of light and they go on you, they take you. They're taking you. They're moving things. They take cars up in it. They take lots of people up in it that we don't even see. When I had seen my first beam of light and I was just so amazed at seeing it, I was frozen, but I'm looking at it as it's on this other person's tent and I'm trying to see if I can see through it and I'm trying to see if I can see something in it. I could not.
Mhm,
It was totally so white, it was blue. It was so defined. It was
mhm,
beautiful. Actually, it's the most beautiful color of whitish blue ever. And, it it did not go around like a spotlight or anything. It just turned on where it wanted to be. It turned off where it wanted to when it wanted off, turned back on exactly where it wanted to be, didn't have to adjust or anything, and it went to the next tent. And then, but it turned off and on before it did. It was precise. The light went right where it wanted to go. It didn't go out anywhere else. It wasn't showing anything. It wasn't illuminating anything else. It was crazy.
yeah,
It was amazing. It was Holly. All I thought, the first thing I thought was Hollywood nailed it. Hollywood nailed that beam. That's exactly what a beam looks like. What you see on
uh,
Hollywood, they nailed it.
then
The ones I've seen.
yeah, you know what? I'm gonna agree with you again. I don't wanna sit here feel like be a lapdog or something, but I'm agreeing with you because what you're saying, I believe it.
True.
I believe
Yeah, it's
exactly
true.
yeah, because I can relate to it.
That's why
Uh,
we click here, to do this show. We just want y'all to get the right stuff
yeah, but, Walt's got a lot of things
you've
that he
seen.
probably needs to now, there's other types of lights that you can see. They go a little bit further in the Walt's thing, like what he had seen. By
Yeah,
the way, I'm pretty sure that's the Walt that is on the
yeah,
creepy
yeah.
hotspot,
It's
right?
walking
Yes,
wall. Yeah.
yes, yeah, and, he's seen the white sparkles and the red
I know you've seen the red
yeah,
sparkle.
yeah, okay, now, okay, is that technology just are these alive? Are they what? Or are they this? Or are they
Yeah.
being dropped? Are they being is it a screen for another entity? Or there's all kinds of thoughts that I have on that.
Keep
I don't
going.
know.
Keep going. Ready? Go. No, that's a good question, but I've seen them before, like, these colors underneath them, different colors spinning, and I have seen that. I've seen, it was like when Erica was trying to lift up we were in the RV on a creepy hotspot, and she was trying to lift it up. She was laying there, she's trying to lift up the window so I could see what the lights look like. I could see, like, spiraling lights in
Yeah.
between where it was coming up through the window of the RV, She was trying to get you have to sit right in front of these RV windows with the blinds and get level and then pull it up. It's just so hard. It's so hard to do it when backwards laying down and doing it. That's what she was
You
trying to
know,
do.
it's funny that you brought that up. I just rewatched that on YouTube,
Yeah.
on your, what the
The one
cop
with
in the, yeah,
oh,
that one
was
there
there?
with Eric.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
it's a pretty nice, length too. It's like a couple hours, or I think it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, so I rewatched that,
Oh,
and,
good.
yeah, it was
Well,
interesting.
it's some good stuff. There's some good stuff. It really happens at these places, you guys. That's why it's like, okay, we'll tell you what we've seen, what we know, what we've adventured, but we're not going to embellish it and have you guys like as our followers to where we're preaching the word or something. You guys stay away from those people, please. Nobody. I can't
Yeah.
say nobody knows everything. Maybe somebody else out there does, but I think the ones that you want to ask are experiencers more than anybody. That's who you want to ask because we see it on the inside. And if that's what you want to know, that's where you go. That's what Jacobs did. Jacob said, "Why am I studying lights in the sky? Why am I studying UFOs? They're just lights in the sky. You can't get any further about the knowledge. You start hitting brick walls when you start,
Right.
probably on the right pathway." But he had said, "Hey, how can I learn more about this? Oh, you know what? I'll get into the world with Bud, and we'll regress, and that's how we'll learn what's actually going on in the UFO world. That's the only way." And I agree with that. So anyway, I did see other lights, and when they were swirling, I think there was something behind it. They weren't bright lights to illuminate the world or anything. They were
Yeah,
just
yeah.
lights on the craft, and they were spinning around, and I'm not sure why, but I do think it's something technology wise with them. I don't think it has anything to do with we need lights. I don't think they need lights on,
Yeah,
and it's gonna go
I
up in
think it's
front
so
of us.
advanced, like, I bring up, let me clear this phone so you don't see what's on it. Okay. Anyway,
Hey,
just like it looks like one of these phones. Now, let's say you
hey,
give
wait,
this.
put that back up there a second. Hold on. Let me see what's on that phone. Come on.
Oh, there's not much on there. Okay,
I'm just kidding you.
okay,
Go ahead.
okay. Anyway, but it would be like that phone, and you showed it to a caveman. It don't mean nothing. It didn't mean nothing to them because they don't understand that technology at all. So far ahead of them, you know, that's maybe not cavemen, but anyway, the
I got you.
technology gap is just so huge. I'm sure of that because the stuff I've encountered can't be replicated by humans, today. I mean, and I would think you feel the same way too with your ongoing
That we
events.
can't replicate it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think we can. What I've seen is, like, amazing. It's like, I hope we can at one point. It's gonna be a whole new world when they decide to disclose, if they ever do.
right.
It's just gonna be a different world. It's not gonna be the same. So it's gonna be wherever they want it to be when they're ready to do it, if at all. They might not do anything. They might just do what they are gonna do and stop, or just keep going and going and going for some other thing to happen, and people won't care at that point because they'll have more knowledge of it, or, they just stop their project, or they pull together the people that they hybrid hybridized and
Yeah, I know
go
the
wherever they
hyper.
want it with them, right? So who knows? But um, so Jane says, when you are in that field of viewing a UFO, the outside field of that, you could care less. It's difficult to take your eyes away from what you see. It's true. And
Yeah.
they want you to look where they want you to look. I don't know how to say this person's name, but does this mostly happen at night or during the day? And I'm guessing they're talking about being taken. What do you got there?
I don't think it makes any difference, does it? I don't believe it would.
You asking me?
Yeah. Well, you have a history. You know, I,
Um,
you know,
yeah,
there,
yeah,
there,
I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters. I think a lot of it does happen at night because, you don't miss out on stuff, you know, you're supposed to be sleeping, they can come down and get you, do whatever they need to do, take you back. I think it happens more at night, but I do think it happens in the day as well. You just don't see it. You don't see that beam of light at night. I mean, in the day. I've seen it. I see sometimes people will take pictures and they'll see what they looks like a beam of light, and it does look like that. Because the beam of light is so white, it looks like
right.
daytime. So in the daytime, you don't recognize it. But I'm absolutely sure it happens in the day too. I know I was like dumped somewhere at one point in the middle of the day in Philly. They
Yeah.
dropped me like blocks away from where I'm supposed to. And if you're in
Oh,
Philly and you're blonde and blue eyed, yeah, you don't want to be dropped off in certain areas.
oh my.
They're all like Italian or this. I love living in Philly. Okay. I loved it. I loved it very much. But man, yeah, they all let me know the color of my hair and the color of my eyes all the time. Hard for you to fit in these circles here, isn't it? Apparently, I'm trying.
Yeah.
They're tough, but they're like some of the best people ever. Uh, you can't just move in over there without, getting in that circle of truth, right? You got to get in. You got to earn it.
Yeah.
Um, but I've seen it happen in day and night. They being taken. Okay. They can freeze or paralyze you, so it's turning people off. That's exactly right. I agree. That's what I've always said. So, David, you and I are right on at the same. They turn you off or on, right, Daddy? How many times have I been saying that to
Oh,
you?
oh,
Off and
yeah.
on. They
Always,
turn us
always.
off and on, man. They use us as pawns. They can make us do anything.
Yeah.
Um, let's see.
We're just
Something.
fortunate we can remember, I guess. I
Yeah.
guess, because they could easily we just not remember it. And I think there's a lot of people that are taken and they just don't know, at all. I think that happens. I mean, just like in having a contact of, some people just don't know they had contact.
Yeah, I find it interesting that you called everything that we did on Creepy Hotspots. You were like, you had contact, whether it was handprints or
Yeah.
noises or slaps or they're screaming or yelling or pushing a tree down in front of you or whatever they've done. You're right. That's contact. That's contact.
But you're on a higher level, Connie, than I
What do
am
you
on
mean?
that. Because emotionally, you can actually, uh, and this is my observation. So you can communicate. There is communication going on, and it seems like it's really unique with you, and that's one of the things I noticed. It's amazing.
I think, like, what is an example? I think that they decide if the communication is going to happen. Like, I might say something in my head, telepathically say it
True,
out
true.
loud to them, and they pick it up or they don't. They respect it or they don't. Um, but they decide to talk back if they want to or don't want to. Well, you got going on over there. You can't fill them circles.
There is actually like
Why
4 little gnats are
not?
flying around in here. I don't know how they got in here. I'm back in that office.
I know. That's why I'm like,
Oh,
is it? You sure that's what it is?
these are little black
Oh,
ones.
he's had some. He's had some. Okay, then it's not the.
Oh,
He's had. Yeah, you have to be a blue rocker or a cadet to know what we're talking about. It's kind of inside thing that he's got things flying around him.
it's it sounds strange when you say that, but
I know it doesn't sound so good,
yeah.
does it?
No,
Oh,
but you gotta put it together with a I mean, if they were blue rockers, great, then they can,
no,
get to
no.
wa get to
There's enough blue
experience
rockers
that.
in here
Yeah.
that they get it. They get it.
Yeah,
They're
they experience it every week then.
yeah. They get it. They get it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, like Larry the Light Man, blink on, blink off. Exactly right. Cows and elk go up in the beam of light. I guess they do. I don't. I didn't get into that. I remember when it was happening a lot and people were talking about it, and I was actually in some fields where it happened and things like that, but I didn't wanna see that, I didn't wanna go there, I didn't wanna be a part of that. That's a whole thing that I don't it's obviously laser cuts, and when people do get the right, pictures that they do have all that kind of thing, we don't I don't know what it is, but I'm not consumed by that at all. Are you, Jim? I
No,
don't I
not
don't
at
I
all.
don't care. I don't wanna go
No,
there, I don't care.
no. No,
I
it's,
don't look at it or see it.
no,
There's some limits, I guess, you know?
yeah.
You don't wanna see it.
Well, once you've seen the big show,
Yeah.
why are you worried about the popcorn stand, you know?
That's true.
You
That's true.
know?
Yeah, you're right about that because I could care less about that, and, I don't go and listen to other people's shows, I don't go and
Nope.
I see it myself, I get enough,
You know,
right?
people do that all the time. They think because, I was involved with that. They think that I, like, follow ufology and
Yeah,
read books on it, and I don't,
yeah.
because it doesn't matter.
You see it every
That
day.
it that doesn't matter. Yeah.
I got some flies over here.
I tell you what, I think there's a squadron of them here because there's more than 3 or 4, okay? I don't know. I'm afraid I was actually gonna bring in a piece of fruit in here while I was on, but I bet it woulda got devoured by these things. I think they're all fruit flies or something, okay?
Yeah, put the peach over to the left or the
Oh
plum, put it over
my.
there, and then let them just all have a little field day over there. Where's that watermelon? Is it down at the bottom of the steps? Did you bring it up?
You know, I wonder.
Did you get it?
No, I am, I bought it already sliced, okay?
But you went back down and got it, right?
I did. Yeah, I
Okay.
left it in the
You
car. I
all
left it.
he left his bag of groceries, and
Yeah,
it had watermelon, that's why I'm busting it.
yeah, I had to, yeah, I left it. I mean, how can you, boy, I'm glad I thought about it, though. Can you imagine that? Because there's other things in there that probably wouldn't have been good. I had a carton of eggs in there. That'd have been really good.
Ooh.
85-degree temperatures, you know? Oh,
Let's see,
no.
all the quantum stuff, we should have, Hanabu, is that how you say it? Have you come up here and talk about quantum. I know different situations of quantum, but I don't know all of the stuff of quantum, but everybody goes there with this, and if that's what it is, that's what it is, but
Well,
I
what
tell you,
is it?
it's real.
What is
Let me
quantum? I don't know what the definition of that is. That's why, did anybody give you a definition of what that is, or I don't know. I never heard
that's
of it.
funny. Well, so I'll say what he said. Quantum computing harnesses quantum theory.
Yeah,
Classic supercomputers use binary language, Mr.
yeah,
Peniston code, um, 0 or 1, if you will, quantum supercomputers using superpositioning, so it's 0 and 1 at the same time. So I'm hoping that Hanabu, I think that's how you say it, I'm hoping that he knows about your Peniston code. So let us know if you know that, Hanabu, because if you're into it like that, man, go get his ones and zeros and see if you can't, also come
yeah.
up with an answer.
I'd like to know because I'm just the instrument of delivery, okay? I would
Yeah.
like to know more about it. If someone knows more about it, that'd be great, you know?
Oh, he says indeed, or she. I don't know one way or the other. Right? I don't know. I don't know. You never know. Yeah, that's so check out where can people get your ones and zeros perfectly written as they were? In the book? Is it in your Rendlesham
Um,
Enigma?
yeah,
Because that book's pretty big. I would think it's in there
The
somewhere. It's
Rendlesham
pretty big.
Enigma, it goes into the breakdown, and it goes into and it's my co-author that with the quantum stuff, okay? I
Yeah,
don't understand it.
Gary Osborne.
Gary
Yeah.
Osborne, yeah, and then there's a previous book, uh, that I co-wrote with, Nick Pope, and that actually has them listed in there, but I'm gonna warn people right away, uh, there when we sent it to the publishers, I had them all labeled, 1 through 16, the pages. They got a couple of them out of order, which screws up the whole thing, and that's in that first book. I think Nick did a correction on it, but I don't know
The
what it
ones
did.
and zeros are in the first one?
Yeah, I think there were, pictures
Was it in
of the
yours?
notebook
What is
yeah.
Okay, well, is that in your book? The
Yes,
ones and zeros?
it's covered in detail in the Rendlesham Enigma.
Okay, that's
There
the book
there
you wanna
Yeah, the whole thing is covered in there. I mean, from the actual contact, to the aftermath. I mean, not just the aftermath of the first 3 days, the first month, the couple years, but I'm talking the aftermath of, all the way up through 2014. Okay.
Okay, here is his website. I think I can get that up there. Did it
Uh,
go?
JimPeniston.com.
I know, it's not letting me send it. It should let me there we go. Pretty bad if it's not letting me send it. So that's where you can go to his website, and that's where you can, get his book, and you can learn more about the whole situation, but if you get the ones and the zeros, that is the Peniston code,
And,
and people
okay.
still looking to figure it out.
And then, there's gonna be some future links on there, especially with some of the work that Connie and I are doing, and so we're gonna put that on there too. That'll be, expanded, and, um, so I'm looking forward to that, so we can have that, an easy point. It'll there's just, what it is our past, with this phenomena, this entity, okay, have started crossing years ago. I mean, really, and I didn't really. I always tell the story that the Blue Rockers know it, but quickly, it was like when Connie came out on Coast to Coast for being
Being
uh,
an alien abductee.
yeah. I'm sorry.
Make sure you say that quicker.
I
Don't
know it.
now.
I know it's yeah. But that because I listened to her
I
because
love them.
I did an interview I think in 2013 I think for Coast with you, but I listened to her and she is not on as much as I want her to be on Coast to Coast.
Oh,
Believe me.
oh, thanks. Yeah.
I mean nothing against George or any of the other hosts.
Oh,
It's just
they
I
know I love it too. They know
okay
I love it.
okay
Thank
okay
you. Oh, I've done radio all my life, Ray. It's so fun. It's so fun.
yeah.
To be on Coast is great. So you were saying.
I don't know what I was saying.
I know you forgot. You totally forgot, and I totally forgot. So I was just letting
I don't
you
know.
die out there, and so I
Oh
don't have to
yeah.
die out
You know
there.
what the
But you're
beauty
like,
is? The beauty is I'm hoping that AI Jane will
Yeah,
send a
Jane
message.
will pull it up. She'll pull it up and go, "That you were talking about this, man. You idiot." Nick
Oh,
Pope is missed. He is totally missed. There's no doubt about it. He's a good guy. He's a
yeah.
good. I'm a guy, UFO. Okay, so that Hanabu. I think I said that right. Hanabu. He goes, "I'm a guy."
Well, so it's a
That's
guy,
cool.
okay.
That's cool. Well, I hope people get your book and do try to figure out with the AI and the quantum, all that kind of stuff. But Gary, your buddy, your co-author Gary's got his own book. It's already out now, right? Because I put him on Coast
No, I think it's not
this month.
gonna it's close. It's really close. It's either this month or I'm not sure. But when that code comes out, it is about the binary code, it is about the
Yeah.
Peniston code, it's about, uh, the code within the code. And I'm not going to pretend to understand it, but I was privileged to see the draft of it. The manuscript. Gary sent it to me, and it was easy for me to read. Who doesn't really grasp that kind of stuff really good, like
Amazing.
mathematics?
It must be like elementary. Okay.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you got it down to bicep. mine level, like 7th,
Good,
8th
yeah,
grade, you
because
know?
yeah, because he
Yeah.
was very scientific on everything. He's like, "Whoa, you gotta put that in
Yeah,
lemon
that's why well, that's one of the reasons it's a lengthy book is because he
Yeah,
explains it, in
yeah.
non-technical terms, a lot of it, and, but that's what I was talking about when that comes out, it'll be interesting. It's a follow-up, just with the code part, not the incident, or not the aftermath of the incident, but, they do cross paths. I mean, Gary and I have been friends for a long time, so, they
Oh, it's Z that's in here. Z's in here. Z's the one that's got the Pleiadian. Oh, Z, I'm gonna say it wrong. You know I am. The Pleiadian family.
Oh,
I
yes,
said it
yes,
wrong, didn't I? You know what I'm talking about? You know,
yeah,
because you were wanting to talk to him sometime.
yeah,
We'll have
yeah,
him up here.
yeah,
That'd be
yeah, but you should just probably call him by his first name because
It's
I don't think
Z.
it okay,
It's Z. We call Z Z. Everybody
okay,
calls.
well, because I don't
What?
think I can pronounce it either. I don't I have
Yeah.
I don't yeah.
Okay. So you've seen his full name.
Yeah, forgive me for not
That's
being
why
able
you
to say his
say
name.
Z. We all say Z. Everybody he knows, I think, says Z. Blasius. Oh man. I don't know how much time we have left. We should bring him up now. He might not be coiffed though. He's got to have his hair like. Well, you got like a bandana thing, right? You got that bandana thing.
Rosanna.
For those of you that are unaware, Connie broadcasts out of a closet as a studio. That's right. That's what that's about. I knew what was going on. That's why I was like, "What? Oh, hey, okay." Yeah, I am in a closet. It's true. Sound is good. My washer and dryer's right here. Quit watching those bugs, man. It's not looking good. It's not looking good coming from you over there.
Yeah, I don't
What?
know.
They flying out the window? What's going on? It's not
Well,
too
I
big a closet.
these I can actually see, so, they're like,
I'm the only one that can fit in here.
it's that time of year, I think, it's just, there's
For
fruit
your bugs
flies.
to for your bugs to
Okay.
come out. No, I'm sorry. It was just funny the way you're saying it. That's all. Okay. I'll shut up. 'Cause I think it's in that room. I think it's that room. That is an exorcist room.
Yeah, something's going on there,
Yeah. Hopefully you can change that. I know they're not that's a better way to say it, the white bugs, exactly. Because they were
I
like
never seen those, though. I never did see those.
we did. We saw them bouncing around and going shooting
Oh,
up and over and
yeah,
around.
when you shot them, yeah, you actually recorded them, that's when I seen them. I've
Yeah.
never seen those
Yeah.
there.
White bugs, I like that.
Maybe it's on purpose, I don't
I
know.
I appreciate you guys, hitting subscribe. Make sure you hit where you get all the notifications, because then you can know ahead of time when we're gonna be on. I'm trying to do it at least 2 months a year, 2 months a year, 2 days a month right now, seeing how you guys like it and seeing what the response is, and then we'll go from there and see if we don't do it even more often than that. I know it's free for everybody, so people like that. So do me a favor, um, make sure you hit subscribe and,
Mhm.
notifications, all of them, and also give it a like and all that kind of stuff. All that matters in getting, and watch some shows, just like let it run, because then I'll get the hours I need, and then we can start. This is a business for me, you guys. I've been in radio and TV all my life. Internet is just an extension of that to make money without having to go audition and go at some station somewhere. Listen, I am so happy to be on Coast. It's going to be one of the few radio shows that lasts for a long, long time because we're so huge. Most radio is dead, as you guys know.
Yeah,
TV is the same way. And it's horrible. Because our industry was like huge and really going at it, and now it's really slowing down because of all these other ones. So, that's why it's like, let me get back onto YouTube and let's grow it up and do where you guys get it for free. The membership shows are great. We're keeping those. They're fun. We have a great time. If you join any of the membership shows, you kind of get stuck. It's just you become friends with everybody and you just stick around. You don't leave. Everybody. It's like Thanksgiving dinner when everybody sits at the table and everybody. We know those two are going to fight. Those two are going to fight. Those three are going to do this, right? That one's going to get drunk. That one's going to get mean drunk. That one's going to fall asleep, right? It's kind of the same thing, right? You just have personalities and we all hang out together and it's fun.
You can put that. What I did, I had all your shows on today. Well, not all of them, but I mean, I had it on my television. I just did it on YouTube, and it just once you subscribe, it just continues with all the different ones you've done.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so that's how I checked out the
See,
one with Erica and that
Erica,
too.
yeah, that was a
Yeah,
good one.
yeah.
Those are good ones. So that's
Well,
a good.
I was doing other things, and all of a sudden that one there caught my eye. I went, "Well, sit down and watch that," and yeah, yeah, because it had Larry the Light Man in it,
Larry the Light
right?
Man. Jeez,
Yeah, yeah.
Larry the Light Man.
And I
Now
tell
the
you what, it's a lot clearer
Mhm.
on a 65 or a 60-inch TV. That's that's a good viewing. Yeah.
All of it's pretty fun. I like some of the older stuff too. Erica's in there talking about some of the old HSN stuff. Uh,
I like the one you
with the
did with
Southern Twang.
the steamboat one up there. I like that one. There's
Oh
a whole
yeah,
bunch
that
of
was
them. I
recent.
mean,
Yeah. Yeah. And I have
yeah,
a bunch of the creepy hotspots. They're up there. I just have it saved for more membershipy stuff. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait with that. I'm not gonna do a membershipy with that. I'm just gonna show it along the way, maybe some pieces of it kind of thing. Because the creepy hotspot, you pay for that. It's the virtual expedition.
mhm,
So I don't know what I'll do, but those are interesting to watch. What happens and what we've seen and what's happening live, right?
absolutely.
Are you ready for the next creepy hotspot?
Yeah, I think mentally I got myself ready for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, the other one was it took a while to put my arms around that one, after
The one you were at?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I watched the one with Walt and and I went, because that was like, oh, there's a lot more activity going on. I said, I don't know if I
Oh
could
my
even
goodness.
handle that. It was like, wow.
Walt
It was
had it going
crazy.
on, man. He had it
Oh,
happening, didn't he?
he did. He did. Lucky man. Lucky man.
He did great. He did. Oh man, I was pulling out anything and everything I could do to help along the way. It's up to, he needs to be up here in order to talk about that stuff. That's what we should do on one of the next ones is
Mhm.
talk to Erica, talk to Walt about, just
Absolutely.
conversation about what happened at the creepy hotspot. So
Oh
since
yeah.
we have you here, let's ask you about that. Because I'm hoping that we're going to do one before the end of the year. Okay. That we do another one. Like, right. You already know that. You already know all my thoughts.
I
So
know
you're
your
feeling
thoughts
pretty
on
good
all of it.
about,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
Okay. Are we feeling good? We're going to make it happen here. Cause I got to, start talking about it. How do
Yeah.
you feel? Yeah.
Hey, is that you putting the
Yeah.
thumbs up?
There you go.
Oh, that's balloons.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love balloons. So,
Okay. Okay.
here, Linda
Yeah.
McCartney on
I tell you what. I think it's got.
Did you ever see Paul McCartney
Yeah.
in concert?
It has to.
When Linda was alive, she would just do this the whole time. That's what she did.
He used to live in Campbelltown, Scotland, a little island just off the
Was that close to you?
Scottish coast. No, it's by the Scottish coast, and
Okay.
he. Yeah. I mean, he's
Oh,
a
like
regular guy. He used to go to the pub and stuff.
Yeah, he's just a regular dude. I like him.
Yeah, amazing. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I tell
Well,
you what, the need for the creepy hotspots vehicle is like huge.
I
We
know. I know.
we that's gotta happen
We're trying.
because
We're working it.
it has to happen because it would also extend the research time.
Yes. Yes.
That's a big part of it,
Yes.
and well,
Agreed.
at least that's what. Oh, okay.
Well,
That's what
that's
I
what
was
I'm hoping
hoping.
too, to build this up, and then we can do stuff through
Yeah.
the YouTube channel as well from time to time, being out there. We can do some stuff.
And the one thing you don't have to worry about anymore, Connie, you don't have to worry about being on certain hills to get the reception. I'm telling you, your new gear you got, the new.
Yeah. It was a little fuzzy last time, but the time before it was like really right on apparently. So I got to figure out why it wasn't the next time, the second time. We were up on Broadcast Hill, which is a great.
Yeah, a lot of fires up there though, a lot of smoke.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know. Like it might not have nothing to do with
Uh,
it. You know.
yeah. We'll have to definitely figure that out though.
Uh,
Look
yeah,
at your eyes up there. Put your eyes up there. You said that we had the same color eyes.
I think we do.
Do we have the
Do we?
same color eyes, you guys?
Same gene pool? Mm, I don't know.
Hey, we got the same mom. And we got the
Oh,
same dad.
oh, I don't know about
Hope
that
not.
one.
I hope not. Reminds me of a spoof that they did. What was the spoof they did on the Brady Bunch? And then Greg and Marcia were upstairs in the attic fighting for the room, and then they stayed in the room together. That's Connie After Dark material.
Yes.
Paul's in the house. Hey there, Paul. What's up? Went to school with Paul. Everybody say hi to Paul. Terry Fisher's in the house. Say hello to
Hello,
Terry
Paul.
Fisher. Terry
Hello,
was on
Terry.
Toast recently with us
Mhm.
and had a good time. And I like Hannah Boo. I hope I'm saying his name right. But yeah, Linda, she was just up there going the whole time. All the time I was like, oh, that's his wife. I guess she can do anything she wants. That is Paul McCartney's wife. She can do anything. I like that Paul. Um, he seemed to be good to his wives, right? He seemed, at least the stories we got, right? He seemed to be good to his wives. John Lennon seemed to be the same way, right? Wasn't he good to Yoko Ono or not?
Yeah, I don't
You don't
know,
know.
but I don't know,
Back
man.
then they
He but
didn't tell.
that guy
Back
had a
then,
heart had a heart of gold. I don't know about Yoko, man. I don't know. She was
she
sort
was
of
tough,
scary.
man.
I remember
She was
seeing a
tough.
clip of seen a clip of Mike Douglas, and they had Chuck Berry on there playing, right? And he's playing with John Lennon, and she was over there, like, I thought background screen, singing, and all of a sudden she takes over for the main vocal, and all
Oh,
she did is sort of scream.
oh,
I don't know. It's like a cat having her
mm.
tail pulled. It was
Oh.
terrible. I went, "Oh, she shouldn't be on stage ever." Oh no, man. That's
Hey, don't.
bad.
No, man. Depends on who you're dating. That you can get up there and sing on
I
stage.
know. You
You
gotta have a way
one of
in.
the,
That's
one of the
right.
guys, exactly.
And it happened to be John Lennon. Yeah.
Yeah, she what she wants, she got. So Linda the
That's
same way.
that's just my opinion. Okay.
And I
I
think
don't
Billy Joel was good with his people too. I think he was good with his wives.
I've never heard a bad story about Billy
Yeah,
Joel ever.
yeah.
Ever.
You and I became closer friends when the Billy Joel documentary came out because I told you, I said, you got to watch that documentary. It's good. And you would say something, I'm like, yep, that's what I like to. And I would say, yep, so we were like, okay, we're on the same page about these things too. That's cool.
That was a
It was
great
about
documentary.
honesty. It was honest. It was about honesty and integrity. That's what
Yeah.
we were like. No, this is why I like this person. They're not only
Mhm.
good here, but they've, at least that we know of.
And he's really good singer and good songwriter and piano player, and man, I
Yeah,
mean,
and
he's
he
just
was a
regular.
punk at one point, man, he was a punk, and he would be out on his, tours, and he wouldn't wanna play Piano Man. He's like, "I got so sick of everybody out there going, 'Piano Man, Piano Man,'" and he tells the story. There's always somebody going,
Yeah,
Piano Man," in
yeah,
the background, and he
yeah,
imitated it so great when he told the story. He'd be like, "Piano Man, Piano," and he'd say, "I hated it, I didn't wanna play it anymore," and then he started realizing, "Hey, that's what made me me, that's what I am," and,
that's right.
I'm glad
Yeah,
he got that way, and
yeah, we all have a journey. Yeah, we
yeah,
go on. Yeah.
but he was a little punk, but he's not, he's funny, he's funny, he's got his own walk, if anybody watches him walk, they don't remember when he used to dance on stage, he'd, like, run and jump on a piano and then run over here and jump on one of those big speakers or whatever, and he's kinda crouched down. Well, that's how he walks now, so I don't know, I guess somebody hit him in the back when he was doing it or something, I don't know.
Wow.
Remember when
Wow.
you crossed your eyes as a kid and they would say, "Don't do that, they're gonna get stuck that way, and don't let somebody slap you on the back because it'll be stuck that way." Remember that? Did you have
Oh,
any of
yeah.
that?
Yep.
Okay, let's go back and see if there's any other questions here. Uh-oh, Yoko pushed a girlfriend on Jo oh, no. Terry
It's a
Fisher,
bad.
Lennon had a girlfriend, so Yoko got him back with a boyfriend. Oh, really? Oh. Oh, I didn't know all
Wow.
this stuff. Ooh,
There's some dirty laundry there,
that's
huh?
something I don't wanna know about. Yeah, exactly.
Whoa.
Yoko can't sing worth it. I agree,
Yeah.
Jim Daddy. Yo, Polly. Who's Polly? Is who's Polly? Was that Paul McCartney? Or is that Paul up above, my Paul Fisher friend? A Paul Fisher friend. My Paul friend. It's up here. I went to school with. I can't see with my eyes. Yeah, I
Oh.
hope I
Oh, Connie.
look forward to the next shot. Yeah, yeah. It might just be these lights because I don't when I go up to the mountains and stuff, I can still see what I'm looking for. It doesn't mess that up with what I have now. It's called CRVO, to those of you that might not know. It looks darker. Things look da it's like somebody turned the lights off, kind of thing. It's kinda weird. But it doesn't make you like if you're still looking in the woods and you're looking for something to move in between the trees, or something like that where it'll black out or lighten up or something. It doesn't take that away. It doesn't take the movement away or anything like that.
Right.
There are times where things do look like they're moving. That's the case. Take a nap, go get a shot, whatever. But you know when that's happening, so I just thought, "Is that gonna affect me when I'm out there looking?" And I thought, "Well, I know if anything does look like it's kinda moving around, there's a certain look that you get. Doesn't happen it's just a short time when it happens, so if as long as you know that's what's happening, then you can know that you're not seeing a whole bunch of movement up there. Terrible though, isn't it? Aging, I guess, and just different things in life that happen to you. It's like you just gotta jump on life immediately as it's happening in the present. Um, oh, yeah, Erica, yeah, we had a lot of activity happening, that's for sure. I thought there were some other questions, I missed them up here. What do you think of, the government and ETs, and how much does the government know, and the connection, and all that kinda thing? I think it was something like that up here, I know I read that somewhere. What do you
Uh,
think of what they know and what they what
I don't think they know anything, to be honest with you. I think they know some things, they got some cases and that, but unfortunately, the government is so, uh the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing, okay? they have departments, and then they have, within that
By
department.
design. By
Yeah,
design.
by design.
Yeah.
A department might be getting, let's say, funding, 25, $30 million a year or something, this department. And then they go in and hire a subcontractor, which they're unacknowledged special access programs. That means you can't get a FOIA request in. They, you can't get one. They just, you don't know they exist. Congressmen don't know about them. Presidents don't know about them. It's just, they're hidden that way, and that's the way it's designed. I think. I think that the term they use is what, black departments or something like that. I think
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
use that more. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just because the left and right hand doesn't know. It's just like if they do a project, this one department might be doing this 4 steps, and they say, well, this other department's doing something else, but they don't know each other's working on it. They don't know, what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
really bizarre.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I talked to somebody that was a pretty big wig in I guess they weren't NSA. They were CIA. And they were saying, no, this could never happen because I'd be the person that would get the information on that. I would be that person that would have gotten that information. And I said to him, I just said, well, because I believed something that a source of mine told me, and I believed them very much. And I didn't think they had any reason to lie. And so I said it to one of these big wig people. And I said on Coast, I had him on Coast. And I said something. And actually, I think we might have even said it just to each other. I can't remember now, but I would have asked on Coast. It's not a big deal not to ask. But
Right.
he said I would have been the person that would have heard that information. I would have got that information. And I said, well, what I always hear, because I believed my person 1,000%. And I believe what this guy said too. But I said, I'm just told over and over again, it doesn't matter who you are. If you're not that's supposed to know it, then you're not going to know it, and it's going to
Right.
surpass you. And he was like, well, I would get it though. It would not surpass me. I would get it. But then later on in the conversation, he goes, you know what? I want to tell you something. It is possible that maybe it would have passed me up, that I might not have gotten any of that
Right.
information. So you
Right.
are right about that. And he says that happens all the time. So that is a possibility. So I found that interesting, right? And he was so interested in it. He was like, I think he had the means to still go and find out.
I mean, they have the same questions as us. They don't know who they are. They don't know what it is. They don't understand the entities. I mean, they don't understand any of that. They have the same questions we do. That's why I think they're so eager to, like, even with Rendlesham, man, they send in top dogs, man. They were like, hey, yeah, we gotta find this. You might know something, They're like that. That think that they're just trying to gather information. Uh,
So what was
I yeah,
the top dog for you? What is the toppest
well,
dog
and
of all
at
that
that
came to
time,
talk to you?
Air Force OSI, um,
OSI.
overseas over office Air Force Office of Special Investigation. They conducted
Okay.
all kinds of different types of investigations. Usually, the base commander didn't know what it is. The wing commander might, but not often if they're investigating stuff. It could be like simple things like black marketing or something like that, and or espionage or whatever. But overseas, I'm talking about Bentwaters at Third Air Force. Uh, their chain of command normally would have been, through the numbered Air Force and MAGCOM, Major Air Command, and stuff like that. But in that capacity, when they were at Bentwaters, they worked for the State Department. See, and just just
You got cut
the
out.
whole
You got cut out.
power
Sorry. Like,
structure. They
oh man,
wing
I'm not
commander
hearing
about
you.
it years in Tucson. Oh yeah, he says we all, we all. You're
You gotta
not.
say all that again, Jim Daddy. I didn't hear it. It went
I
boing, boing. And at the same time, like My eye was itching. I'm
What
trying not to
point?
touch my
What
glasses so I don't
what
have to
point?
touch the lens and clean them or anything. I'm sorry. Go
Well,
ahead.
what point though didn't you hear from where at?
I don't remember. I wasn't listening.
Okay. Okay.
No, I was
So,
it was like something I was like,
yeah.
"Oh, my eye," and I'm thinking, "I gotta
Well, I'm
scratch my
gonna agree with you.
eye," and I'm thinking, "If I touch the lens, I'm gonna
At
clean
that
it."
time,
Uh, if you have glasses, you all know what I mean, right? It's a pain.
you're coming broken up. You're breaking up too, by the way. Just
I
let you
am.
know. But
Your
yeah,
storms. I hope
but to
they're
answer
okay
that
for everybody
question,
else.
OSI, they work. Uh, no, they worked for the State Department over there, and that kept everybody else out of the loop. And I'll tell you right now, we did things the Air Force over there that the Brits didn't know about. The MO, the Ministry of Defense, too. And with the case, I mean, they just didn't know. That irritated. And that's one of the reasons why the Ministry of Defense didn't investigate it for 2 weeks. It's because we kept them out of it. The only way that happened is that halt memo. Uh, it was, shown to the squadron commander, I guess, the British one, and that's how it got out. So
What it
to
was
the
all
British.
okay. So, who were the Americans that came over to talk to you about all this stuff? Or
Uh,
was it all just Brits the whole time since you're
no,
in the
no. There was a NSA guy, and there was a guy from DSA. NSA is American. Uh, DS8 that came. That's the British UFO department that investigates it. That's the ones that came to OSI building. Because I knew the other agents that were at the base. I mean, that wasn't them. I mean, the other thing is the OSI people in State Department. Those guys don't wear uniforms; they wear suits. You know,
MIB?
I get,
Is that what
yeah.
most people think they are?
Well, that's what people. I don't know, people call Men in Black. No, they're probably actually DIS. Defense Intelligence Service or something like that.
How do people get into those areas? I would
It's
love to
easy.
be in one of those
Just
areas.
hey, volunteer for it. Get recruited. It's easy.
I don't know if I wanna,
But I will say the
volunteer.
DIS, for example, the majority of their work is doing like background checks on people who are getting a secret or a top secret clearance. They're checking the sources out like that. That's a
Ugh,
bulk of their stuff. Yeah, I
that's
mean,
work.
a lot of it's work. Yeah, and
Yeah,
when they
that's
go out
work.
and they're investigating, you hear all these stories about Men in Black. Oh my God! If I hear that one more time,
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot myself. They're not. They work for somebody. Why don't you just ask them who they work for? They have to tell you. They have to tell you.
They
It's by
they do,
law.
they have to tell you by law. What,
Yeah.
if you're in a government
If yeah,
job, you have to by law or what?
you're out investigating something. So I'm investigating for stuff.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
who do you work for? Well, I work for DIS. Okay, let's see identification. Okay, you know, ask them. I don't know what the
Okay.
big secret is. I don't understand it. I never could. People come up with these really elaborate stories about Men in Black. I just go,
Well,
oh my
there
God.
are people that swear up and down that they have
I know,
met
but
them,
I
and
don't
I
buy
don't
it.
know if it's but I don't know if well, here's my thing. I don't know if it's I don't know if they're real or they're not real. I've never dealt with Men in Black, okay? I've never dealt with them, and this has happened to me all my life, but doesn't I don't that doesn't mean that they don't exist. I know some people that swear up and down about them that I trust.
Yeah.
One of the people that well, golly, somebody was just telling me about it recently too, but,
Mhm.
um, I don't know, I haven't seen them. Other people I
What
know have had
have they
guns
asked
put
for?
up to
Have
their
they asked?
head
Oh, they
with
won't do that.
with the
No.
look with the look. Well, listen, I'm telling you, So I don't care if you say no. I don't care.
I don't I
Let me
don't
just
I
tell you.
don't need I do not believe that at all. That
Yeah.
at all.
Well,
Not on my
somebody had.
experience. I just said, "No way."
Well, that's true. Not your experiences, but you're not a person that gets taken all the time either. You had one take. You're one take Jim Daddy. I'm one take Willis when it comes to TV stuff and radio stuff. But you're like, you had that one time happen. Maybe the people that they care about are more into the hybridization and the lifer project part of
I
it.
don't know. No,
You
but
know,
maybe they're not from the government at all.
yeah. Well, no. Exactly. That's exactly
You
right.
know, okay, I mean,
That's what.
because I'm talking about government people. If maybe there's something else. I don't know.
Well,
Maybe
yeah.
they're
I
aliens. I
don't know.
don't know.
They
You
could be
know,
aliens. They could be outside of government and other, private
yeah,
businesses out there that
yeah.
do stuff private all the time that we don't know about.
A separate think tank, or I don't know. It could be stuff like that. But I'm
Yeah.
saying
Yeah.
that federal working for federal government, you got you're confined to certain standards. You got to do it.
Right. I get what
Um,
you're saying. I get what you're saying. I think it would be some other source. I don't think it would be government. Whoever or
right.
whatever it is, it's interesting that I think this person gave me the best description of them. And I can say who he is. I'm sure I could say who he is. No, you know what? Maybe I won't. I just
You
won't
got
say
his
who he is
permission, or
because, well, he said it on here on my shows over and over again. He said it, but he basically said, because two of them were talking to him about something. He's a lifer, and you know who the guy is. People in here would know who the guy was. You've at least heard from him. He's a good friend of mine, and I've done stuff with him a lot, but a lot of people also know him from being on Coast a lot too, and all that kind of stuff. Um, he said that what they said, they were sitting there asking him all these questions after he had had an experience. And he said they had the suits on, they had the glasses on, and they were in his home talking to him like other people say it happens to them. And they just want they ask questions. And at one point, one of them did this, went, hit his leg. That's why, and said that. So my friend determined from what they said during that conversation was he said, they're trying to find out what's going on just like we are. So
yeah.
you said something similar to that
Well, they
they're
just
just
don't know.
they're following up. So I don't
Yeah.
know if they're ETs following up on other ETs or if they're people that are just
Well,
following up on what these ETs are doing because they
so
come
who did
after.
they work for?
Well, one of the other things that fits into that scenario, I don't know, it's a private
What did
company
he
of
ask
some
him?
I don't know.
No, he
Hey,
didn't
hey,
ask him.
hey, dude, I'm giving you what I can get. No, I don't know. I can't say that he didn't ask him because he's a
Oh,
smart guy. He would have asked him.
okay. So
I just
he
don't know that part of the story.
well,
But
there might be
here,
more information there if you knew
well,
what
that's true.
agency, or
Maybe I'll have him on here and you can
yeah.
talk to him yourself. Because I'm not saying they were ETs.
Oh, excuse me.
Or anything. Are you okay?
Yeah, I coughed in the mic. Sorry.
Oh, did you get any on you? I was like, I thought you threw. Okay, all right. Anyway, let's go back to the interesting thing is, and I find this interesting. And I think it fits that if you have a implant, what you think is an implant, and you have the magnet up to it where it is, like a lot of people put they'll run a magnet through their body to try to find these implants, and then they'll find some, it'll catch it,
Hmm.
right? And our buddy Roger Lear, he would talk
Right.
about it, and so what I'm trying to think of who told me this. I think it was the same person or somebody, whatever. Apparently, the metal ones or anything that you find that you can actually see in some metallic way is a human implant. The people that are trying to figure out what the ET are doing with the actual abductees they have an implant in you so that they can track you and follow you and see where you've gone, where they've taken you, how long they've taken you. So anything metallic or anything that is not biological, organically biological, they believe that is a human implant trying to follow up and stick with someone that they know is an abductee so that they can try to figure out what's going on. So that fits it too, going back to
Well,
what
I
the other
suppose
guy
it could
said.
be a possibility, but
That's where it's like,
When I
oh,
talked
that's
to
what
Roger, he didn't know either, and he
Roger
removed
Cater,
him.
Roger
Yeah,
Cater. Yeah, he didn't know.
he didn't know, and
That's why you and I like him. He, again,
yeah,
another honest person. It's like,
yeah,
thank you. Don't try to say, "Oh, well, this is what happens." Let's give
yeah.
a scenario of somebody. Okay,
But that's a good possibility. If someone wanted to track somebody, with technology we have, I'm sure that
right.
could happen, you
So
know?
they have technology we don't even know about, right? It's all way ahead of what we know. I'm talking the humans. People have stuff
Yeah,
way more than what we've ever seen, our own
yeah.
human stuff. So
Mhm.
what they might have, and they're tracking these people just to find out what are they doing. You know, we're a company, whoever it is, and whether they're getting black money or whatever, we're a company or it's private funded. You know, maybe Bigelow's got something going on out there. Maybe Elon's got something happening, whatever. Uh, but let's say they do, well, that's them doing their own thing, and I think that's a good idea that they could put in a tracker and try to figure it out. So maybe it's a group of people that just have a lot of money that are similar to us, that are curious and wanna know what's going on. And maybe some of their family
Yeah.
members have been taken, or maybe they're taken, and so they put this together because they have the funds. Because it's all about funds. Everything's about funds. The reason we
That's it.
can't do more research is because we need more funds to be able to stay up in this certain area. Locations, everything. If you got a bad location, who cares if you go up there? If you got a good location, you can get research and get some answers, then you go. But we need that sponsor. That's what we need.
Yeah, it's always about with
Wish I
with
were
you
rich.
it's a but it seems like it's always about money. That's their motive with, people, I mean, I'm not
Human's a
talking
human.
about.
Human
Yeah,
to
it's,
human.
yeah, I don't know, yeah, so the people I talked to about this and, I had an interview with the CIA, analyst, I mean, just not long ago, I guess it was 6 years ago, maybe 8 years ago. I mean, yeah, I described that in the book in detail, uh, but they don't have the answers, I know that, according to him. I mean, what they're looking for was bizarre. Okay, so
What were they looking for?
no, maybe that's for another show. I don't
What?
know.
What? Who and who? What?
Well,
Hey,
that was with the chapter with the, Colliquium, the Rockford Colliquium, and anyway, it was with, Kit Green, the former
mm,
CIA analysis, and now he's a brain surgeon or something like that. Neurologist, I don't know, some doctor. And, that's the one I had with my attorney there. And, so he had specific questions, and uh, they didn't know, but, the gist of his conversation was they're trying to find out information. They're trying to find out the technology so they can
yeah,
reproduce
yeah,
they can reproduce it. And
yeah.
believe me, that's not it's nefarious. It's not for good, okay? It's not a real good thing. I don't believe
Yeah.
that. So, he didn't
That's
say
too
it
bad it's
wasn't.
always gotta be negative. Why does it always gotta be negative? Why
We're
can't it
humans.
be,
We're humans. Human beings, man, look at
and it
oh,
always has to go negative? It can't be like, "Oh, man, let's get this and this technology, and then we'll go to the moon, we'll go to Mars, we'll have fun,
no,
we'll take people
no,
for
it's
a
about money.
ride,
It's about
we'll have
money.
popcorn
It
and Coke as they go."
no, about money and control.
Mm.
That's what it's about. And,
I guess.
unfortunately unfortunately, those are the people that have the means to try to do that,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It's just it's terrible. Um
Well,
Yeah,
when I go out and see the things I've seen, and the things that you've seen, and you just think about that. I'm always like, you've had one thing all your life you've had to talk about. I feel so bad for you.
I know. It's
It's
bad.
tough. It's got to be tough to
It is.
talk
It's
about
rough.
that one night for the rest
I
of your
know.
life.
I know. Bad. I know, it's just misery, believe me.
I do know.
You do, I know you do.
I get some of that, but not as much. But um, okay, so what was I going to say to that?
I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm talking about one story all my life. Is that reminding you anything? I have nothing else to say. Whatever.
yeah,
I'm trying to help you, Connie, I don't know.
I got Jim coming on the show again. I guess we're going to talk about Rendlesham.
Yeah, you got the
Oh no,
audience
maybe
you
we'll
got
just
the
be
audience
quiet.
going like this. "Oh, no, not again.
Maybe,
Oh,
hey,
no."
don't ask him a question, anybody. Don't ask him anything.
No, maybe it'll go away. You never know.
He seems to be fine just listening, doesn't he? Yeah, he seems okay just listening. He's always okay about that.
God
Well,
almighty.
here's I touched the UFO guy again. Oh no. Oh, he's the guy with the ones and zeros. Oh yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah, yeah.
We all love you. That's the only reason why we can joke about that. It is funny though, but yeah, so I was trying to say something like, you have all these events happen, you had it one, I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
I
I
don't
know.
know.
I do that all the time, Connie, okay?
You
It's
know what though? They love that. They love it just is it's I'm trying to think of whatever it was. I almost had it, man. I almost had what we forgot. It was good.
I hear Jeopardy
Anyway,
I
as
hear
much oh, I
Jeopardy
think I
no.
got it. I think I got it, man. I had it.
Shoot,
I had
go,
it.
go.
No, I had it. Oh.
I don't know if you did.
Oh, I did. I had it. 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 I did. I promise. I had it. Thinking about all these things that happen that we've seen. I guess it's more about being surprised. It's not that big of a deal, but it was being more surprised that, like, here I can go to areas where people have been, suggested to go, that have been there before me or something. Hey, here's where you go, or go with us, or whatever like that. And that's great. You want to go where they are. You don't want to have to like start it out and, well, let's just see where they are, because they're everywhere. But it's interesting to me that I can go to these places and things will happen a lot, all the time,
Yeah.
constantly. And people have never had anything happen all their life, and they've been searching for decades. You had something happen with you. You were never looking for it. You never thought anything of these things ever. And then all of a sudden your life turned around. But you think when you see these things all the time, I mean, it's interesting to me that they come running to you. They want to know, what you saw, what you felt, and all that. And it's really more so because you're also trusted because you're with the Air Force. And what was your rank? Somebody wanted to know your rank.
I was, E6.
You were an E6.
Well,
What's
I'm
an
I'm
E?
telling you, it's something you asked me my rank, uh, so
Yeah, what's your is that? What
well,
was your
at the time, the instant I was a I was a staff sergeant at the time,
okay.
E5.
Oh, okay. Oh, like we really know what the E's are. E2. I know
Sorry.
E2. I know E2.
It might be a military guy asking, I don't know, man.
It was me.
Oh,
What's an
okay.
E?
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry. No, staff
know
sergeant.
what it is.
Yeah, but, you know what? Just because 'cause you're in the military don't mean you're in the know of anything.
No,
You know?
but they all look at it like that, right? I mean, come on. You know the difference. What's the difference between me seeing something, Walking Walt seeing something, Erica seeing something? I think they would care more about Erica because of being a cop.
Maybe.
Right?
Yep.
That's why, it was cool to say, "Hey, we're here with the cop. She's a professional
Mhm,
observer,
mhm.
and look what she's seeing." Same stuff. It's great when it all happens, and especially all that. Most people never have any incidences in the first place, much less 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a night or in a weekend or, right?
Yeah, but
So
this is not about our occupation, what we
no,
did. I mean,
no,
it's nothing
no,
to do
that's
with
true. But,
it.
I mean, it's so funny because the attention goes to you, all the media outlets, everybody's going to you because it's military, and it's a big deal, and it happened between 2 bases, all that I get all that stuff. But you think that they'd also be going to the people that see it all the time. I
I
would
would.
if I'm trying to research, I'm going to people like
Yeah,
me.
yeah. I
I
would.
never did that. I don't
Yeah.
know anybody
I
that's been
did.
taken that's
I
ever
did,
had
actually.
that.
Yeah. That's what I
You did
did.
what? What?
I went to you. I went to you. Well, I didn't ask you what you did for a living in your past and all that stuff, you know? No, you're an experiencer. I said, "Oh, okay." Because I knew that because you actually gave out information on the air.
Yeah.
So, and I went, "Oh, she's legit. Okay."
I still find it hard that I had to come out on the air like that, where I'm, like, thinking, "Don't people already know just from the questions I'm asking people?" I always thought people gotta know from just what I'm asking, because you can never ask those questions unless you know.
I agree with that. Yeah. Yeah. You're
You
right.
didn't believe me. Well, it's not that you didn't believe me. You asked more questions to see how many things that we could compare to be correct,
Yeah.
right? You did something like that where you were like, "Okay, there's 5 things you said that I've seen that you've seen. So I know you're." Where did you know I was telling the truth? The first one that
No,
related to second thing?
well, you got me all of a sudden, it's like my ears perked up, on the radio. I was like, "First one. Oh, hmm.
Do
Oh,
you remember
that's a
what it
by
was?
no, I can't recall. By chance, maybe." I said, "Oh, that was an accident." And then you named another one. I went, "Huh." And when you got to the third one, I went, "Oh,
Mm,
she's legit." I said, "I gotta find out more. I gotta talk to her." Even
mm.
though we've talked
And
and
we
we've
were
known
already
each other.
talking. We
Yeah,
known each
but I
other forever.
never talked to you about, we never talked about,
Yeah, it was
uh
all about you, Jim Daddy. It was all about Rendlesham. I gotta talk about let me tell you what I touched. I touched.
Oh, Lord,
When
you're so
when you
I
first
hope
told me about really
no
touching
one believes that. I hope no one believes what you're
when
saying
you were
there. I
first
really
talking
do.
about when you were first talking to me about touching everything, I was like it was actually on the air, I didn't realize you touched stuff. All I remember was whatever the
I
cover
touch all
story
kinds of
was
things,
about your
all
story.
kinds of stuff. I touch everything.
There's yeah, don't be goosing UFOs as often as you think you wanna do it, okay? There might be a consequence to it. But you were like I was like, touching up here, I was looking down here while I was holding on, I was doing this, like, man, if something was inside of it, I mean, maybe it was remote controlled, who knows? But if something was inside it, let's just say, they're probably going, "What the come on, dude, what's up? Oh, Jim, it's Jim. Oh, yeah, he's gotta touch everything."
And, yeah, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. Oh, Connie, what am I gonna do with you,
That's
man?
so
I
funny.
don't know.
Oh, man.
You know what? I just so and everybody
Sorry,
listening, I want
I'm
you guys to
crying.
know I love her sense of humor. It is so good, man, and I like it because it's sometimes, like, she can be really just really humorous, and then I get a little dry humor. I always call it the British humor. The one you it takes me
I'm
like a
English.
minute. Yeah, like 30 seconds or a minute later, I go, "Oh, oh, I get that.
Oh, that was a good
Okay.
one, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one, yeah."
I like when Killer Miller gets it. He's one of our blue rockers. His laugh is great. When he gets a joke, man, it is funny because
Yeah.
he is all about it. That's so funny. Oh, do you see
Oh,
me?
I see a blue rock, the blue rock,
That's the blue
Earth.
rock. That's the blue rock. Isn't that cool? That is a real picture of the Earth there. That was taken a long, 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 long time ago. One of my friends, who is an abductee that has apparently been flying around space on his own created UFO, and when he's ready to tell more of it, I mean, I
That'll be a
think
good
he's
one. That'll be a good one.
yeah, it'll be a really good one. I think he's got to wait till November or something before he can talk about it. He was one of those people that had a gun pointed to his head and said, "You're going to sign this paperwork." And they took his craft away. So you
No
get to
comment.
talk with him,
Oh,
and you'll
great.
find out on your own, and you're going to go. I think you're going to see some sides that you haven't seen because, I
That's
mean,
good.
pretty much you've seen a lot of how it worked with the military and in the military in the UK, right? It would have
Well,
been
I also
here.
wrote defense plans too. So
What's
they're
that
still
mean?
used, the top secret defense plans. They're still using them today.
For
You
what?
know,
Like, what's that mean though? Like,
operations, like that, air operations and stuff, and
which means
terrorist threats. All I used to write all that stuff too.
does that mean like you would have a map of an area, and let's say the president was going to come in or some high official was going to come in, would you set up where everybody should stand and be and watch? Is that what that means?
That's really finite, but I would write the operational directive on it. I mean, I would do that. Matter of
Which
fact,
means what?
I have done well, like what the outer zone security would be on that, or what
So we'd have dudes with tanks here, dudes with dogs here, and chicks with whatever
well,
here. What is
let
it?
me do this. Let's just say, like some of the things that the future war. Let's say in Europe. How we're going to fight it. What would what how would we what forces we'd move out of the United States in support of it, and on what time, and what day of it, what hour of it, that kind of stuff. I mean, those plans are still, I know, are still in effect because they've used them, and I'm just going, oh, I know that. I wrote that damn thing. It's amazing. I can't talk around it. I can't talk about it. Okay, so that's
Right,
about all I want to say, really.
right.
Talking
I'm just trying
around it
all
is
that
like
means.
actually saying something classified. It's the same thing. You can go to jail just for talking around it. That's why I
Right.
don't believe a lot of the military guys have come out and talking about stuff they say is top secret, and
Yeah, they're not doing
yeah,
that.
I
Not
just
doing.
go,
Yeah.
no. If that was the case, you'd be breaking big rocks into small ones.
You did that recently with a kidney stone. All right, or at least your doctor did.
My doctor did it, bless his heart.
Took big rocks and made them small. It felt like, he was the guy that was always really good at asteroids when he was a kid. He was just taking those big moon rocks and space rocks and just dwindling them down to nothing. Do you remember
Yeah.
asteroids? Or was that after you?
Everybody yeah, it was, everybody. It was one of the first games,
That was a great
yeah,
one, man. I got that.
yeah,
I
yeah,
got that.
you got that one,
I
yeah.
got that game. I got that one.
Yeah, what's the other one you got? It's from the old arcade days. Oh, the Pac-Man. You got
Pac-Man,
that one.
Miss Pac-Man,
Yeah,
Uncle Pac-Boy, I don't know, whatever.
oh, the missile one. You got the missile one. I don't know what that is
Missile
called.
Command.
Missile Command. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
remember all that stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
they were everywhere, man. They had them in every bar, every shopping center or
oh,
something.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was great. I loved them. I would get $5 on Friday night. We'd go to Putt-Putt. That's where all the games were inside of the Putt-Putt area, and those quarters went fast.
I know. I used to go to the bank and get 'em by the roll. I get a couple rolls of the quarters, and yeah,
Mm,
yeah. That was just for the arcade games or stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Man, it went quick. We have Jim in here. Uh, not just Jim. I'm not saying just you. Um, Jim, what's your middle name, Jim? Let's see, Jim. It was Edward. Jim Edward Lucier. Did I say it right? I haven't said it in a while. I had him on Coast recently. He's in the house right now. He's saying hi to everybody. He's the channeler. Remember we were talking about inner Earth and what's in the middle of the Earth, and he channels things. And he's also had
I
lots
think
of
I heard. I think I heard that
visions.
show.
Yeah, you did because you said you want
Yeah.
to talk to him.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah, yeah,
he's gonna come on at some point. Just come on up, and we'll talk with him too. We can ask him about
yeah.
channeling things. He's got like 50, what do you got? 60 some odd books now. And he'll channel
Wow.
something, he'll write it and then send it up like on a question of something. Yeah, whether it's aliens or whatever, it could be anything. So we can talk to him at one point. He was great. He's been doing interviews ever since. And so that's cool. He's a really cool
I
dude.
know. I know. You do a Coast show, man, and you're just pestered to death after that with people wanting to do shows, and man, it's
That's
terrible.
true. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's kind of a good thing. Most people have never been asked to do anything before, and that's the first time they're even on something. They're on Coast. What a great
Yeah,
one
but
to be
that's like, man, what is that? How many listeners now? 8 million? I don't know. A lot.
millions, millions, and millions.
Yeah, it's a lot. And it goes to other countries. I mean, it's like all of a sudden it's like you're
You're welcome,
besieged
Jim.
with. Yeah.
No, you're welcome.
So
The other Jim. Sorry.
okay.
Yeah, 62
Well,
books. He's got 62 books.
that's a lot of books. That's like one a week in it, or
Yeah,
God.
but it's all channeling. He's got some things where he's got pictures and stuff of what he's drawing.
I
So,
take it he's been writing books for a while, right?
well,
I
I
mean,
don't
like
know.
30,
Jim, how
40
long
years,
have you been doing it?
50 years.
Well, I think he got like a big flow at one point and wrote a bunch, and then I think it might have slowed. He did a lot of premonitions at one point, and they were very
Oh,
successful, very
that's
successful.
right. That's right. Yeah.
Remember, he was like, "What were you invited to? The Bilderberger? What's the Bilderberger people?" He was invited to some elite clubs because of what he could do, his abilities, and then when they found out he wasn't a millionaire or a billionaire, right? It was one of those. He wasn't in there long.
I think he told that story on air, didn't
He did. He
he?
did,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
we'll have him up
Yeah,
again.
he sounds really interesting actually. And you know what?
Yeah.
Authors love to write. I mean, it's just love. They just like there's so much information they just
Well,
want to put it out.
I'm glad y'all
Yeah.
are writing. I hate to write. I'm one I see. Hanabu. Let's go back to Hanabu. I think it's Hanabu. I'm of the mind that we got it all. The ancient tech, the 1800s tech, the WW2 Nazi tech, Roswell, if it wasn't a psyop, and everything since. And Jim writes back, Lucier. It's under Lucier Mystery School. He writes back, most are short treaties. Oh, I don't know if you're talking about Hanabu there or what. So he might just be answering me. I was too poor. Yeah, 1,000 premonitions, 40 years, 40 years. But he's like
Ah,
been pumping them out lately. I guess it's just quicker to do now to do
you
those
know,
things. What do you think, Jim Lucier? Look at what Hanabu wrote and see if you got any answers to that. What do you think of Roswell? Do you think, was it real? I know that Jesse Marcel Jr., when his dad brought everything home, you know, he saw it as a ship. And I believe everything he said for the 11 minutes of time that he had anything with it. Are you hearing me, Jim Daddy?
oh, I thought you were talking to somebody
I'm
else.
talking to you.
Oh, sorry.
Hello.
Oh no, I thought
Did
you
you
were talking to
hear
the
any
other
of that?
Jim. I thought you were talking to the other Jim.
You're just over there you're just having a
No,
little
I'm
drink.
drinking. I'm sitting there taking water. I'm looking at my watch. I'm doing all kinds of stuff. I don't even know what the question was.
I don't either. I don't either.
Okay, okay, okay.
So who cares, right? I,
That's it.
I don't.
Another show.
I don't. I don't know.
It's okay, Connie, because it'll come to you as soon as
Oh,
you're off.
sure, absolutely. So you guys, if you all are enjoying this, please hit subscribe. Hit that you like it. Let us know on the inside. Share it with your friends if you like it, so we can get to the point of where I can start doing the ads, even though you all don't like it. You got to get ads. You got, it helps. Then you all don't have to pay for it. And
Hmm.
listen, this is how we're going to do. It's going to be very relaxed. Hopefully, Jim makes all the shows. Jim Confusion. LOL.
I know.
That's
It's terrible.
he's currently in the sphere of confusion.
Yeah, yeah.
So it is a real one. It is a real one. Uh, I don't
Crazy,
remember what
isn't
I
it?
was saying. I don't remember what I was saying. But Erica says she wishes hers were stronger to help find people. I know, right? And I think your sister can do all that. Isn't that crazy how it can be just very natural? It's obviously natural, and some people have more of it than others, and some people have the abilities and they don't want it. They wish they didn't have any of it. And, well, Jim, you were like that. Jim Lucier, our channeler, was like that. I think you said at one point you wish you never had anything, and then you kind of slowed it down. But now something happened recently that it popped back up even stronger or something like that. A lot of people that get this, they don't like it. Their parents have been told to squash it away and all that kind of stuff. But man, especially when you're younger as a child, you really got it going on. And there's times that you have it more and more, especially if you're a super soldier and you're taken, because you usually have it before and after the event of being taken, whatever happens during that time, you actually have, you do have better abilities. What are you looking at in your place? You're like looking over there, you're looking over there. Like, is there somebody, shadow man, or what's going on? What's
No,
happening?
I think the next time that we do this, I think I'm gonna just go ahead and put a little bowl of fruit out so they can just go in one spot, those fruit flies. You know that? I got the problem solved. It's solved.
So anyway, we were talking about Roswell. What do you think? Do you think that was real?
Yeah, it happened.
What happened?
Something happened.
What do you think
I don't
happened?
what I think, I don't know. I tell you what, everything I've heard about it is hearsay, every bit of it. Um, except for, well, even Jesse Marcel, it's hearsay. I mean, unless he's talking about what his dad,
No, I'm talking Junior when he was talking about when he was
yeah, when his
holding
dad came home and he looked at that,
the
yeah,
stuff, the debris. Yeah,
that there you can talk about, but
that's all he talks about. That's the only thing
I'm
he
just
talks about
I'm just
or
saying,
did. Yeah,
but all of it's been hearsay I've ever heard. Matter of fact, I just read a book. I better not say who the author is because I just said
yeah.
all that.
Don't.
But
We're
it
being
was
good. We're being good.
about 2 months ago, maybe a month and a half ago, maybe it was 3 months ago. I don't know. And it was it was a good book. I mean, but it told about Roswell, but it was all hearsay. I mean, he says he's a researcher, but the people he got are dead. I mean, it was other people. The people that he should have talked to, the witnesses, are dead, and he was talking to other people that knew the other people, and I was like, I don't know about all that. That's hearsay. I don't know. That's what I was saying to myself when I was reading it. So I can't really give a good answer on that. Uh, I think Jesse Marcel,
Junior or
his
senior?
junior, I don't, or
Senior was the dad that actually was the
oh
first
no,
one there.
I never met him.
Junior was
Uh,
the yeah, he
yeah,
was 11 at
yeah,
the time.
yeah. When he's talking about what he observed from the trunk of the car,
Yeah,
all that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. There's something extraordinary. I don't know.
Yeah, they had
Uh,
stuff.
uh, I believe what he says. I did have the opportunity to watch the YouTube with you and
Oh, with Jesse?
yeah. So that was a
Wasn't
good
that
one, by the way.
great? That was a
That was
good
a
one,
really
yeah.
good. It was a really good one. I think
He's a
you were
good
at
guy.
his home, out his
Yeah,
home, and okay,
yeah, like
yeah, that
4
was a
days.
good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That man,
I
he's not.
actually suggest people that are listening actually go to YouTube and punch that one up and look at it.
It's here. It's in this channel. So which one was it? Just me talking to Jesse?
You were at his house. I think you were there for.
Okay.
I don't think it was that long. I think it was 20 minutes or half
Yeah, that's
hour.
short.
It
Those are some
wasn't
short.
long,
That could have
but
been
it
the
was
camp
but
one.
it's really informative. I mean,
Yeah. Did
I
you
li
see his face or did you just see a fire?
no, I seen his
His face.
I seen part of his house.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got
I
different
that's
videos.
that's something I wouldn't do. I would never do
Well,
that.
there's one that's just audio, so I put a campfire to it.
I
Yeah.
see. I know.
Yeah.
I gotta check that one out then.
Yes. This is different.
Mm.
This
Yeah.
the campfire ones are all good. They're all really good. They're all by phone, and I didn't know anything at the time. I was just getting into. I mean, I knew stuff for myself being a lifer, but I didn't. I met all the players in like 15 minutes, and I thought, wow, out of all the TV shows I've watched and everything I've learned along the way, when I finally go out to meet people, I met them all in one place. It was Roswell's. It was an anniversary. I think it was the 60th anniversary of Roswell. A friend of mine took me there and let me loose, and I just interviewed people and talked to people, but I met everybody that I enjoyed on all the documentaries at the time in like 15 minutes.
So all
Jim,
four of
it
them,
was yeah, it was
of
like
them, or something like that, or all five of them, because there wasn't many. There wasn't
and it
many.
was easy, and I thought,
Yeah.
I just met everybody,
Mhm.
and it's really about buy my book, buy
Yeah.
my paper, buy what I wrote.
Exactly.
I tell you who had the most things on. Well, we're not gonna say
Well,
names, but I am gonna tell you who had the most stuff. You know who it
okay.
is that had
I
the
know
most
who
stuff?
it was. Yeah.
Let's say it at the same time, just to make sure,
Ready?
right? 1,
Right.
2, 3. Stan
Dan
Freeman.
Freeman. Yeah.
He had every thought he's ever had,
In a
any
book.
soundbite, because he was the best soundbite guy in the world at the time,
He
right?
was. Yeah, yeah.
He would just take a soundbite, I think, and put it on a piece of paper, put quotes around it, and probably sell it for $10, maybe sign it for another 15. He had a table full of stuff to sell. He was over there auctioning off. Hey, okay, who wants $10?
You know the
$10.
beauty, though, and you know this, Connie, when you're talking to an actual witness, you can tell whether they're full of
Yeah, I
it,
want to talk.
telling it.
That's where I found out. I want to talk to more experiencers like me. I don't want to talk to someone who interviewed someone. I don't want to talk
Mhm.
to
That's right.
somebody, That's why I can ask the questions I ask, because I am one, so I can go deeper. If you don't know, you don't know those questions at that point. If you don't know, you just don't know. You have no
Right.
idea how to ask that. But it was. I just found I was like, some of these people that write books that make tons of money writing books, and they got a huge following. And I literally will ask them, so have you ever seen anything? I couldn't wait to hear some of these people's story, right?
Yeah.
Nope, they haven't seen anything. Or, I think I did one time, and I was like, well, where
Yes.
was it? And they're talking way, way, way up in the sky and made me a movement or something, which could be anything, right? The atmosphere can do that too. A whole lot of things can make it look like it's
Yep.
moving, right?
Yeah.
So when you really see one, you know that you see one. There's no question. You don't doubt it. It's there. And whether you like it or not, or you are having nightmares for the rest of your life, which I know, Jim, you don't have happy sleeps. And it happened back in
No.
1980. And it's difficult. People, oh, I want to see this. Oh, no, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. You really don't.
Well,
It's
you don't
very.
either, Connie. You don't have happy sleeps either, so
I'm okay though. I'm not like
you're
stuck.
just so used to it? Are you
I
so used to it that you just can deal with it now,
I
or
think
what?
whatever they give you, whatever that spell is that they give you, it's just already docked up so many times since a kid that you just use
Uh-huh.
some of it to. look the
Wow.
other way. There's nothing else you can do. Nothing,
No, I know that, yeah.
maybe as a kid you tried and nobody cared, or you just thought everybody else,
Mhm.
same thing. But
Yeah,
but
so,
those people didn't see
there
anything, Jim. They didn't see anything.
I
They
know,
don't
and
read
that's
the
the
books
part.
what
eh,
other people say, and it's like, well,
that
how can you even have an
that's why
answer?
I stopped going to conferences, because those people, I
No.
was like, "Oh, oh my god, these people, I can't believe they're ripping everybody off," you know? Not all of
Mm,
them. There was actually sometimes I run into a witness or someone that had experience or whatever, and I usually, if they weren't a speaker, which is rare, it would be during the Q&A like we're doing now, and all of a
yeah.
sudden, oh, you know that, hey, you got that, this person is, it's happened to him, you can tell. And that's well, let's talk afterwards. Like, get a cup of coffee, that's what you're saying after the Q&A. Let's do breakfast or something,
Yeah.
lunch.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what I did. And that's what I live for, actually, for those conferences, is a Q&A. And we talk about this.
I like that too. We like that.
Yeah.
That's why this
Yeah.
is all about Q&A. So
Yeah.
we start talking, people listen, which is nice, but I still like those questions.
Yeah, the
Yeah, but we
Q&A,
do good. We like it. We both like the
and
same
you
stuff.
run into some really fascinating people and experiences. I mean, it's just,
Yes.
and you know what? You going back and forth. Going, what do you think? I don't know. They're like this. And I said, yeah, I'm in the same spot.
Yeah. Those are the people telling the truth. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know. It's the other
yeah.
people that go, "I know.
It's yeah,
That's what this is. This is a neo, a Bigfoot." Like, when people talk about Bigfoot, first of all, a lot of UFO people don't wanna talk about Bigfoot. They think that's lower. That's lower than them. The UFO people usually think very high, I went to Harvard, I went here, I went there, whatever. That's all cool and dandy, but don't be shoving off the Bigfoot, okay? Just because you think it's a bunch of drunk mountain people that run into a hairy man and they're telling a story. It's not the case. It's real. The UFOs are right around them. And those of you that are thinking that you are too hot because the UFO people are smarter than the Bigfoot people, you guys are missing out, because the only entities out there that I know of, at least with me, I'm not saying any of the other ones, but the Bigfoot are the ones that talk. And there's your answers. That's where your answers are going to come.
uh,
That's what the Blue Rock Chateau project's all about.
yeah. The
Money, money. If you're wealthy out there and you want to be the philanthropist, this is the one to be. Trust me.
I'm
Yeah,
still in shock that you have all these experiences on those creepy hotspots. I mean, I'm
isn't it
still, like, in
amazing?
awe over
Well,
it.
what's great is taking you out there, taking Erica out there, taking
Oh yeah.
um, Walt out there, taking other people. It didn't happen like it should have when Sideways went, because you
Whatever.
can't do
Yeah.
those things. You can't do those things. That's why I'm saying no activity if you do those things. And they did, we didn't get. Thank goodness we had enough where I said, okay, I saw some things, so I know that some things were here. And then we had people in the live chat, right? That Erica was one of them, Robin was one of them, where they were saying, hey, they're not coming any closer because of the guns,
Yeah.
And it wasn't that Jesse had guns. They don't care if you're packing. It was your
No.
intent. So we didn't know what that intent was. From some other people,
Good
and that
point.
wasn't true.
Good point. Yeah.
Yeah, because they don't care if you got guns. You're up in the mountains, a lot of people carry guns, and not just for the elk or the bear or something that they think might come charging them, or the moose. It's more about for some of the people that might do something stupid,
That's right.
I
That's
I
right.
know. Yeah, yeah, but I don't know, man.
The most
It's
dangerous
real.
animal on earth, man. The human being. That's the most dangerous
Well,
animal on earth,
isn't
man.
it crazy that, like,
Yeah.
we'll hang out in a vehicle up in the mountains alone while things come up to us and hit and pound and smack and put handprints or footprints, or listening or looking in or whatever, or taking, and we still do it. We still go,
We're still
and
driven. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then things are doing stuff to us. They're coming around us. They're things that are not supposed to exist that do. They leave the marks behind. They let us know. And so if and I love that everybody that's ever gone, they've seen the stuff. It's not like I'm the only one seeing it,
Oh,
right?
no.
There's a lot of people, "Oh, you all don't see that?" "No. I paid $8,000 to be here." "You don't see that?" "No." "Oh, it
Yeah,
must just be me." It's not like
it's
that at all.
it's
Everybody
a
sees it.
it's a elite little club of people,
That's right, Erica.
you
It's
know?
what?
It's elite club, really, the people that have the
This is
opportunity to do that, go up there, and you choose well, because you could choose the wrong person, and I
yeah,
think it'd
yeah,
ruin it. You know what I
yeah,
mean? It wouldn't see nothing.
yeah,
I think that could happen. I do believe that.
yeah, I do too.
Uh,
So
yeah.
so now it's like, that's
You've done
why
well. You've done well, Connie. You've done really good on your choices, so
it's you and I. It's you and I now that, it's like, we'll go up and we'll do these, and then because I know that they are okay with you. Heck, they gave you ones and zeros at one point. They downloaded some info for you, baby. They're like,
but I'll tell you one thing,
Let's give Jim this secret."
inside that camper, and they're all that banging, it's intense, man, let me tell you.
Oh,
It's
I know.
pretty intense. I
Yeah,
mean,
please tell people before we go. Let's go away, but before we go, tell people an experience on your last creepy hotspot that maybe you haven't. That has a beginning, middle, and end. As much as you can
oh
of some event that happened there. What was the
oh
most
my.
unique thing? What did you?
Oh my
Or
god.
maybe there's a couple things, but let's hear what you think of some of
Uh,
those.
the most unique. I think the most unique way is, I think it was on the first night. We hadn't been there maybe an hour. I don't know. It was not long,
It was
and
not long.
I know, and and all of a sudden you could feel the presence, and then it escalated from there.
It was like, "You feel that? I do feel that. I do feel that."
Yeah,
And
I
it was,
never had.
"Where
Wow.
you feel it?" "Over there." "Yep, yep, that's where I feel it. That's where I feel it."
And then, it just, it got, I mean, like, I wasn't fearful, but I don't know, it was pretty intense. I mean, I don't know. Because especially, when it got later at night, you're hearing a bang here and a bang there and a bang, bang, and you're like, "What the
Oh,
hell?"
yeah, Mitten Man you had Mitten Man stuff. It wasn't
That
even
was
Bigfoot smacking it.
no.
That was Mitten Man stuff. You
Yeah, but
know
you took care of that, though, so
Yeah.
that's another story, I'm sure.
That's a little book. I'm gonna write a little book on that, just that one, or maybe that's a chapter, I guess. I don't know, but the Mitten Man Massacre. That's it.
Oh,
Can't believe it. That's a whole thing, man.
people look at you differently after that, I'm sure.
Yeah. The
Oh,
Mit it's all real though. That's the bad thing. It's like, man, that's crazy.
yeah?
I don't think about it too much
Mm.
because I killed that thing. I killed something.
And then worst part is that you got the aftermath of it, you know?
Yeah, I gotta deal with it.
The residual
I
stuff, you
saw I
know?
saw the stuff, yeah, I saw the massacre, I saw the crime scene,
Oh,
and then I'm like, but Walt didn't, so that means, it can't be held up in the court of law, I guess. I don't know, I might go up there and they might take me in front of a jury, their own peers.
oh god.
Yeah, Mitten Man has done nothing since, Yeah. Yeah, so the presence, though, is really large when it comes to the Bigfoot. The presence is amazing. You felt it immediately. Erica saw one go by immediately. I was so glad when she saw. I ju I just saw him.
I wasn't afraid, though. I mean,
Yeah, no. Heck,
but I tell you what, I sure didn't wanna be roaming around outside either, though, so
that's right.
I don't know how to explain it, really.
I know that. I don't want to I know what we've summoned to come in, so Well, I don't want to go out there when you can't see it anyway, but you
I don't know. It's not so
you can
much the
feel it,
Bigfoot.
see it.
I worry more about the Midland. I think of it. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well,
I don't know. I
I wish you
you
could see
haven't been
it.
harmed yet, so that's the way I was looking at it.
Well,
You know.
so do you have like any more like? Well, tell what happened at the end, like with me going, Jim, look, and then you said, I got something better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, tell that story.
I don't have my arms around that one yet. Okay, that's one I don't have my arms around
Mm,
yet. Okay. All right.
yeah.
We'd gotten up and and Connie does her checks. She's going to do her check and stuff in the back or wherever she was doing back there. And she said, "Hey, come over and look at this."
It's
And
like,
so
Jim,
yeah,
look.
yeah, and I went there, and all of a sudden the window has been open. I mean, it's jarred. Is a better way to say it, I guess. Jarred open. And I said, and I know the night before we she she checked me, I checked her, she checked me again. I mean, we're checking all the way around, make sure everything's locked. So everything was locked. There's just no. And besides, you can't open it from the outside anyway. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
you
sure you
can't
can't.
open it from the outside.
Gotta be,
How
yeah.
you can't open these
And
windows.
oh yeah, and I have my, and we're talking. I mean, I'm talking to her, from the front of there. We're talking, and we get, I don't know, checking it. We're checking out. Oh, maybe we should take pictures of this. Oh yeah, okay. And so I was going to go up. I don't know what I was going. I think I was going to go get maybe a cup of
White
coffee
powdered donut or something.
like that. And I walk up front and she says, "This is amazing." So I got something better, man.
Yeah, yeah. So you guys, this window's open, right? That's above head.
Amazing,
That's
amazing.
had to go over people's bodies sleeping to open that. It's hard enough to open when you are the human trying to, how come I can't open this? How come I can't open it where the screen works? It takes a while to figure that out. And then you got to do it because maybe somebody painted over it or it's never been open or whatever the freak, right? They're never easy to open. Woke up and this thing was open. How come didn't hear it, didn't see it, didn't notice any of this? Nothing. I didn't do it. He didn't do it. It's like, Jim's window's open. So Jim goes,
Mhm.
after he thought about it and he headed over to get white powdered donut or whatever you were going to do.
Yeah,
All
and I came over and I was looking at the door and I turned around and said, "I got something better than that." And
he did.
come
He
here.
said, I
And
got
this,
something better than that. And I was
and
like, there's,
I didn't think anything could be better than what the window was. Okay,
I
that's
was
where I
like,
was.
there's no way. Can't have
And she
anything
came over and
better.
looked
So like, yeah,
and
I do. Come on over.
yeah, she came on over and she looked down because you had to step down for it, and the screen and the door was open,
Door was open. There's 2 locks
just
on that
open.
door, and the screen door was even
Yeah, it's just
it
and I don't know
you
how
could
many
go you
times.
put your hand
I
through
don't
it.
know how many times I checked it. I don't know how many times you checked it. I don't know how many times we
Door
checked it
was
together.
open.
We checked them together too. It wasn't like, oh, I'm not,
The
we
door
checked,
was
everything was
open.
checked, but the damn
How do
door
you
was
do that?
open. It was impossible because we knew everything was sealed.
We were in there, how who somebody somehow, whatever got in, went out and left the windows and doors open. There's no way to open it from the outside. There's
I
just no
I was
way.
pretty concerned that night. I think actually Walt had come up with some ideas and stuff, about how to, make. It was. I didn't want it to happen because, I mean, that whatever. I'm not sure what it was. I don't know what was there,
But it
but
happened.
yeah, then it was what doing it while we were asleep, man.
It
What
happened.
the
Or it
hell,
put us out or took us out. Maybe
Or
just put us out, maybe took us, I don't know. It wasn't like this great happy, happy, joy, joy afterwards like some of them can be, but I don't think all of them are that way where you're really happy. I think it depends on how much they give you. This was a back window of one of the more previous, the Class C that we're using. I think it's called Monster Max, I think is what he calls that one. It's not the Tiger or anything like that or the
we did
Rush.
have a moment like that though too later on.
Like what? What?
When you wake up, you're all rested and
Feel
feeling
good.
good, and
Yeah,
it's that there
yeah,
just blew my mind because I knew I only had like 2.5, 3 hours sleep, and
yeah,
I don't even think you got that. I don't know
yeah,
because Connie's like on she don't miss a moment. She's
yeah, the
she
white one.
stays up as much as she can.
As long as I can, but I was dead on the Walter one. I was just completely dead on that.
Yeah, you
And but it
didn't.
was good. But I think they also were like, "Hey, relax. This is Walt's thing," right? Because Walt got to see everything, and I was just laying there like smiling. All right, good. He sees the red ones. Okay, now he sees the white ones. I didn't know there were white ones. It was great. I didn't know there was white ones in a group. You always see white individual orbs and sparkles on their own, and then you can see like as the sun's going down and you start seeing all the lights, it's like, all right, it's alive tonight. They're here. They're here with us. We're going to get some activity because you'll just start seeing like a bunch of lightning bugs, but it's not lightning bugs. I don't know what it is. It's cool though. So what do you think? You ready for another one there, Jim Daddy? You ready to go?
I believe so, but I still want I don't I want a different vehicle, you
I
know?
want our own.
You know what? You know what it is? It's like, uh, it's just I mean, it's just not economically
You're never gonna.
possible. I mean, 3 days and 4 days to say, "Okay, they might warn, 8 days." That's a lot of days, you know? It's expensive and, you know
It it's good to do 8 days if it's your own clothes, your own bedding, your own pillow, your own.
and not find other, like, animal hair and,
I don't want
what
animal hair or human hair. I don't want any of that. I don't want curly hair. I don't want straight hair. I don't want none of that.
I need to go. I need
I
to go tonight.
bet you do.
I need to go right now, though, I think.
Okay, go, go, go. Okay, thanks for being here,
Okay.
bud. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you. I'll
You're
I'll talk to you soon. Probably
okay,
tomorrow
wait a
night.
minute. Go ahead and say goodbye. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Goodbye. I'll see the Blue Rockers tomorrow, won't I? I think
Yeah,
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 the Blue
you'll
Rockers.
be on the
Yeah,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay. Hey, that's great stuff, man.
I don't know how to I don't know how to change.
I don't know how to
Ah,
oh,
I just know I'll shut you off there. There we go. Okay. Now you can leave on your own. You can go, okay, he left. Okay. He has left the building. Anyway, you guys, thanks for being here. That's what we want to do. We just want to sit around and talk about these things, ask questions, answer any of the questions you all have. It's fun to watch what you guys are saying in there too and relating to it. Then we'll get into some other questions that some of you guys have. And we're gonna, I plan on bringing guests in, but it's not gonna be this interview. It's just us gonna be talking. Again, it's really about having experiencers talk together. It's basically like the Taken Talks. If you guys have seen any of those shows where I've done it twice, the Taken Talks. It's people that have been taken. It's experiencers talking, comparing notes, and it also reflects just because you've been taken with ET doesn't mean that you don't understand a lot of the other things like the Bigfoot and the ghost, and they all relate. They all relate. They all do the same type of phenomenon happens across the board. So so a lot of you all may have experienced some of these other things and you're not sure if they connect. They probably do in some way. In some way, at least it's similar. And that's interesting to see anything that's not supposed to exist, right? So to be able to talk about it with other people and know that there's other people out there. And if you're really curious about it, well, you're going to be talking to people that are real. It's really happened. We'll have, we're going to have Jim, the Lucier Mystery School that you all see in there. We'll have Jim and we'll talk to him along the way. We're going to have Mike Patterson, Mike come in and talk. We're going to have probably Mike tonight, but he's out there doing some Neff stuff. So whenever he gets a chance, he's out there. Just like me, when people ask me stuff, I'm like, I don't know. If I got a chance to go up to the mountains, I'm going up to the mountains, right? So um, he's the same way. And we'll have Jerry Avalos in here talking super soldiers. We got to get Daryl Sims in here, and it won't be. like with Coast, we have certain things like I'll have somebody on, and then some of the other people might have the same person on along the way, but you try not to have the same people when you're not on that much, right? But doing this, we can have people whenever we want, as many times as needed. Maybe the conversation just warrants them to come on again. Stan Gordon will come on. Got to figure out Stan though. He lives out in nowhere, and he's got a landline phone, so it might just be audio. But he said he could do something with Zoom. I don't do anything with Zoom, but it might just be audio with Stan. So we'll see. But Stan Gordon's great, right? And we'll have some other people in here, and we'll just kind of hang and talk. We'll have Z. We got to have Z, because I know y'all want to ask Z questions, right? It's like, Z, give us the scoop on this. And that's what I think is going to be fun with Jim in here, is he's going to be able to ask some questions that I'm not even thinking of. And it'll be fun to hear what he asks some of these people along the way. So I think that's going to be cool, because he's got a great perspective, right? It's not just that he's an experiencer, because he's an experiencer once, right? Two times now. And it's just interesting from the Air Force way, and the fact that, after he dealt with his big event, he had huge people coming to him and huge departments coming to him wanting to know things. Most of us in here that are people that are taken, and we'll have to have Brett come in, of course. We see this stuff a lot, and it's, there's like nothing, right? It's crazy. Like, I would think if I was trying to figure it out, I would be coming to people like me. But that's what is good about all of us, to be able to come together. So if you guys are also taken, admit that you're taken, so we'll know, so everybody will know. Just say, if you want, in the live chat, that you're also someone that's been taken all your life. We like to call it a lifer. It's up to you. Because whether you like it or not, you're taken. So you're a lifer. You're just taken. You can't help it. There's nothing you can do about it, right? There's nothing you can do about it. But anyway, we'll talk about more things like this. We'll bring people on, but we just want it to be real. And it's really all about just being straight up honest with you about what each one of us have experienced along the way. We'll share all that, whether you guys come up or something too, and you talk about what it is. I can do that. The technology will allow that to happen. But when we have guests come in, we'll just be hanging. It's not going to be this interview of, it's just talk and chat. And you guys are hugely a part of it. We will be looking at your questions. And there's actually a way that if you say, look, I've always wanted to talk to Jim, or Connie, I've always wanted to talk to you, or maybe we got Stan Gordon on, and it's like, I've always wanted to talk to Stan. So, there's a way I could literally bring you up so that you can, and then come back over to the live chat afterwards. Okay. So we want to do those kinds of things. So please share the show with some of their friends, post it so that people will come in here and watch. I can have as many subscribers as, I know we hit over 10,000. So that was, yeah. I was there a long time ago. It's crazy when you quit it and then you come back to it, but because it's all kind of different stuff. But anyway, this is all getting boring to you guys now. I'm just thinking of my strategy and the plans and everything like that. But so I'll kind of quit talking, but please share it, so that right now what we need is views. We need stuff to be watched, and there's a whole lot of videos on here. So just watch some stuff. Let's let it run. There's some 2-hour ones in here. Just push it, let it run. If you're into crypto, you'll see a lot of crypto stuff. Crypto Connie. I was Crypto Connie at one point. And you'll see some other things. Just pick the playlist that you might like and just let it run. And then we can do this more and more and more and more. And we are in need of a vehicle, and that's what we're working on, trying to get our own vehicle. We've been trying to for a while. We've had people promise sponsorship along the way. We've had people want to supply that, and some of the people either didn't come through, or they want something out of it that is not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. I understand why they would say, hey, I'll give you this, but I get this back in return. And what they're asking for is usually something that can't happen. They're not people that really understand this. And what some people are asking for, it just can't be. If they see the bigger picture of the Blue Rock Chateau project, and if they take the time to see that, and they are able to sponsor that, that's when you're going to get priceless information. I don't know if that'll ever happen. I certainly hope so, because I think we can get every answer that we've ever wanted in our lives. And we'll totally be in the know. And that's what Blue Rock Talk's all about, being in the know. That's my signature show. So anyway, you guys, have a great night. Thanks for being here. Please share it. Please like it. Please subscribe. Let's grow this thing so that we can do some really neat things. And then out of nowhere, we'll pop in and go, hey, we're in the new Blue Rocker Mobile. We're out here, and this is what just happened, or something like that. That'll be fun. And we'll have video for you. All right, you guys, have a good night. Thank you. I'm going to try to now figure out how to turn this off. I think that's a little easier. And we'll do this again. Just hang in there. We'll figure out, please leave a message of, I like this. I wish it could go on later. I wish it could go on earlier. I wish nothing more. I just enjoy it. Please do it more, whatever it is. I appreciate hearing that, so I can take your feedback. So put that in to the live chat. All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks. We'll see you tomorrow on Blue Rock Talk and Connie After Dark. And the next time I'm on Coast is September 11th and 12th. So that's a ways away, isn't it? All right. Plenty of time. Thanks, you guys. See y'all later. Now, how do I end this? Good night, everybody.